Okay, let's see. Microphone, USB. That might be working. Okay, how about now? Is that good now? Are we good? Where's the lotion? Okay, I'm good now. All right. So I don't know. I think my computer is trying to get me to upgrade, and I refuse to do that. See, am I lagging? It looks like I'm lagging too. Okay, how about now? Is that good now? It says you are good. Where's the
Okay.
lotion? Okay, man. Okay, hang on. I don't know what's going on. The software was tripping on me earlier. I thought it had fixed itself. Apparently it didn't. Just laggy. What? How is it laggy? Okay, hold on. We're gonna figure this out. Video capture device 2 should not have a second capture device. Okay, that's good. Let's see. Dang it. Is it freezing for you? Yeah, lagging hardcore. Marcus E says, you changed anything since 2 weeks ago? I did not, and I think that the software's finally crapping out on me. Let's see. Nope. Settings. Stream. Audio, video, aspect ratio. Ooh, there's lots of red stuff. Okay. Retry delay. Wait, just got better? Okay. Glitches and lag. Yeah, I don't think my computer is in for the long run for live streaming at this point. Think I might have to actually upgrade it finally to help this work better. Let's see. Marcus says, I ain't gonna say anything, not gonna jinx it. Dang it, man. I can't believe it sucks this bad. I mean, I kinda can't believe it. I don't want to believe it, but I can believe it. But anyway, um, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs on their Super Bowl win. I was hoping that the Texans would somehow win. I don't know how it was supposed to happen, but I'm hoping. I was hoping that they were gonna win. So they didn't. Kansas City did. So that works, I guess. Uh, real time update on live. I appreciate that. MadLogic44 is hitting me up with the real time updates on how the live stream is going. Oh, let's see. Ted Darklaw says there's a stand-up bit in this. The best material is from real life. There's like, I guess with my style of stand-up, I have to be able to introduce you to the idea, hit the punchline, so quickly that it sucks because a lot of stuff I can't pull into my stand up because it takes too long time to set up. I think it was Laser Pants. I think it was Laser Pants that asked me one time if I was gonna incorporate toy collecting into stand up, but it's so hard to pull that world into the everyday mainstream, I guess. So that way to make a joke in quick succession the way I do my other jokes. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but one day, one day I'll be known as the toy collector comedian. I probably won't be. Mr. Jones says time to drop some money on a new machine, cancel some medical orders. Eee. Yeah, no, I think it is time to upgrade. I built my parents a computer for I think all in all I think they were paid 860 for it. So maybe, but they had to buy a box and everything. So uh so yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll start a GoFundMe and I'll be like, "Hey, go support my channel." Ted Darklaw says, "Want to pop in the show? Love my favorite Sunday night streamer. If I'll fall asleep before your but that's a time and science thing, not a sunny thing. Before you're done, I got you." Marcus he says the best toy jokes are just inside jokes. I think that's what it is. So like I can make a toy joke to the toy community and they'll be like, "Oh, that's funny. I like it." But I can't make that to just random people who aren't in the community. Whereas like other jokes are based off stereotypes. So it's like if I make a joke about being Hispanic, people will be like, "Oh, I've heard that before about those Hispanic people," and it'll work out. There we go. Your boys got toys. Failed toy collector comedian. I love to add failed titles to my resume. That would be a good one right there. People would be like, "Oh, I didn't even know you tried." I'm like, "Oh, see, that's how bad it was." Toy hashtag toy collector comedian. No, I will be in Paris, Texas on April something. I should know these things. Like, it's my life. You'd assume that I would know things going on about my life, but you would assume incorrectly. Let's see, where is it? What is it? Paris, Texas, PTX Con on April 16th. Oh, April 15th and 16th. I'll be in Paris, Texas, doing stand-up comedy. It is more, I don't know, actually, I don't know what the crowd's going to be like. I think it's going to be mostly wrestling crowd, so I don't think I could do any toy-related stand-up there either. Yeah. Uh, Marcy says, "What's a pinless elbow? What's a dumbbell joint?" Home Dude says, 14 watching, only 4 likes. Shame on you. Shame on all you 10. Marcy, who is Haslab? Is he an artist? Be like, "Hey, I like my women like I like my figures. Double jointed." Your boy's got toys. Says, "I guess putting your hand on the receiver's lower back is holding now." What a game. That was. Yeah, I didn't see that. That was. I believe someone had money on Kansas City winning that. That should not have happened. Mark C says, "Doesn't Nevada have a Paris?" I don't know. I don't know about that. Doomba 9000 says, "Tell your agent to get a panel at the Bell County Comic Con. It's like 30 minutes away from me." Bell County Comic Con is like 30 minutes away from me. So that would be cool. But you know what's the messed up thing? I know the people that run Corpus Christi Comic Con and the Greater Austin Comic Con. And I probably still couldn't get couldn't get anything with them. But yeah, no, I'll be in Paris, Texas, at the Love Civic Center, presented by Tyler's Pizzeria. There's gonna be the Silver Power Ranger. Y'all know who that is? The Silver Power Ranger will be there as well. Uh, Cry Eagles Cry says Omega Weapon 13. Obi-Wan Chigona says, "Did you have money on the game?" Nah, I didn't really have a dog in the fight, so I didn't really care. I missed like the first. I didn't miss the first 3 quarters. It was on. I just wasn't paying attention very much to it. Miss Jones says one of my friends is from Paris, Texas. She says it's real hick like. I imagine it is. Like I mean actually I don't know. I don't know what it would be like. It'd be interesting. I've never been to Paris, Texas before, so it'll be interesting. Omega Web 13 says that was a tug. Marcus C says, nah, you know some people like articulation too much. They want their figures to pull a Marilyn Manson. If you know, you know. Remove that rib. That's all I'm saying. Ken Soy says, what's crazy is the most of the wrestling guys are huge toy collectors. But are they toy collectors like wrestling toys or just all toys? That's the one thing I never really, I never understood or I can't really place. Like I feel like they only do wrestling action figures and not just a broad spectrum of action figures. But it would be cool. And I will have a booth there. They said they'll comp me a booth so I can sell I don't know, autographs or whatever. I'm just gonna have a sign that says $1 autographs and see who or $1 selfies autographs. I don't have nothing to autograph. $1 selfies and see how many dollars I can get. I'm hoping at least four. If I can get four, I'll be like success. I might even put signs that are like way cheaper than that guy's cost. Whoever's next to me. Your boys got toys says Jalen Hurts killed it though. Those bombs were epic. Hey, I mean they did a good job. Both teams did pretty good from what I saw. Mark C says which one? The space one? Hang on, let me check. I think his name is like Niman, something Niman. Justin Nimmo. Says Power Rangers in Space Silver Legion. I'm going on his Instagram page right now. I don't actually know who he is. Me and him will probably become BFFs while I'm out there though. And so that'll be cool. Me and him BFFs. I'll be like, I could be a Gold Ranger. He'll be like, there was a Gold Ranger. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. Hold on, let me see if I can get the lineup. Let's see. Sorry, someone's clowning me on Facebook here. So if y'all follow me on Facebook, y'all probably now know what I do for a living. Um, 'Cause my work made me do. Well, they didn't make me. They asked me to do a video for them, and so I did. But let me find this PTX Con. There we go. This one. Yeah. All right. Ken's Toys is all toys. Man, that's gonna be cool then. Maybe I could take some of my photos. Not like these. I'll reprint, but maybe I could take some of my photos and be like, hey, you want to buy a photo? I was also in Idiocracy. How many other actors can be like, I bought a toy photography photo from a guy that was in a movie? I'm not quite sure. Mr. Jones says some wrestlers play Yu-Gi-Oh backstage. Interesting. Silver Ranger from In Space. Is it Zane or Johnny? I feel like it's Johnny. Like he's saying Johnny Fancy. Okay, so PTX Con, we have Justin Nemo, who he says he was from Dude, Where's My Car? And Pleasantville. Oh, and Saved by the Bell, the new class. I have a lot to talk about with him. What? Hi, Sonny. Please let us know. What? Oh, okay. Jack Talos from, looks like it says Harlem Globetrotters. And Young Rock and Impact Wrestling. So Jack Talos will be there. Tyson Reinhardt. He has some anime stuff on his picture. Me, who has Idiocracy, Friday Night Lights, YouTube. I have a YouTube emblem there. and Killer Schoolgirls from Outer Space. And they're gonna have Smash Brothers Face Off. That's probably more interesting than I'll be. Empire Pro Wrestling, North Texas Ghostbusters. It's gonna be interesting. Interesting to see. Matt Lodge 44 says articulation like Susie Spirit. If you know, you know. Now I gotta Google that. Maybe I don't know. Mr. Jones says yeah, Justin Nimmo. New by 9000 says oh snap, that's what if you know, you know means, right? He didn't say right. Yes. I thought it was like chuckling or something. No, no, it's not a weird like yeah, 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 yeah. Like was it Goofy? Goofy from Goof Troop? That's what he laughed. It's if you know, you know. Ted Darklaw says, looking forward to going to Paris and hearing the Silver Ranger stand up. No, no, he's not. So I'll do stand up at the pre-show the night before, and then it's a regular like wrestling convention the next day, or like a comic convention the next day. But it's a lot of wrestling. I know it's wrestling. The guy who put it on, he's a wrestler, he's a big wrestling fan, so it's a lot of wrestling stuff that goes on. Mark Z says, 3 Zeo Gold Rangers. This is a callback. Dang it. I think I'm just going to wear spandex and be like, yeah, I was also a Power Ranger. Uh, your boy got toys says, I assumed you make plum buses. Plum buses. Kansas Toys is OnlyFans manager. The Toy Collector Seville, what's going on? The Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Yes, they did. Some people don't feel like it was just. Uh, Marcus Z. Jean A. Oh, I'm gonna say that's how you say my name. They're like Sonny Castillo. It's actually pronounced Jean A. Castillo. I was in Power Rangers Gold and Silver. I'm gonna mix up Power Rangers with Pokemon stuff. I'll be like, yeah, I was in Power Rangers Black and White. Power Rangers Diamond and Emerald. Is that the right one? I can't remember. Obi-Wan Chico says, who are your top 3 favorite wrestlers? So back in the day when I watched, well, The Rock is one because I like his showmanship. But like back in the day when I watched wrestling, I liked Legion of Doom. I thought they were real cool. For some odd reason, I like Yokozuna. I think it's just because he was a sumo wrestler, and probably Hulk Hogan before the whole racist porno thing. I liked him. Macho Man was also really cool to watch. Now I'd be like Sergeant Slaughter. He follows me on Twitter. He's the only wrestler that follows me on Twitter. Mr. Jones says Zane, not Jeanne, like the R&B duo. Okay, I thought I was stealing that name from somewhere. Mark C says I feel like you don't talk about Friday Night Lights enough. So we'll get back to that one. I gotta hit up Weasel right here. Sonny, where the Booster Gold reviews? I saw Booster Gold on clearance at Target and I passed on it. And I knew I was like, I should do this. I should do this. I know Weasel's waiting for this, and I passed on it, so I did not pick up Booster Gold. Uh, yeah. But one day, if I see it again on clearance, I'll pick it up. Mark C says a comedian, a Power Ranger, and some wrestlers walk into a bar. That's not a bar, it's a strip club. It's got to be. Omega Web 13 says, how come we don't have Power Rangers in the hood saving the hood? Exactly. We had 0 Power Rangers. They're like, no, let's go hang out at this preppy high school. Or maybe Rita Repulsa was like, go destroy that. Oh, God, is that, what is it? Is that Detroit? Ugh. Ugh. Let's help them rebuild instead. Let's go destroy this other town. Doombot 9000 says, show up in a a brown Power Ranger suit. I'm thinking I should cosplay as the Hood and be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, nobody knows who I am anyway. Like, if they go, like, oh, you're an idiocracy, I don't recognize you. Like, that's okay. I don't look like this anyway. And just have, like, a wig on. So I might have to cosplay as the Hood. Mark C says, I was in Power Rangers Gold and Silver. My mind went to a dark place. What? I was in Pawn Stars Gold and Silver too. No, I wasn't. Actually, when I was in Vegas, I wanted to go there. My wife was like, if you want to, and I was like, I really don't. Like, I wanted to, but also didn't want to waste my time in Vegas going to the Gold and Silver pawn shop. I didn't have anything to pawn. I would be like, oh yeah, this necklace here comes from the Ming Dynasty. He'd be like, oh, that's a lie. Ken's Toy says top wrestlers of all time: Stone Cold, Roddy Piper, and Bret Hart. I did used to like Bret Hart when I was a kid too. Um, he had them glasses, and then this one kid came into school one day and he had them Bret Hart glasses because he got to go see wrestling when they came to Austin. He had them Bret Hart glasses, and I was like, you know what? I don't like Bret Hart no more. I think it was jealousy. I think because of jealousy, I don't like Bret Hart anymore. Ted Darklaw was looking forward to the Silver Ranger stand up. What's the deal with all these monsters? Oh man, that'd be so dope. Dude, I should just do my whole stand up on that one Power Ranger guy that like went insane. Mr. Jones was keeping me up on him. I forgot his name already. But yes, I should do that. I should clown everybody that's there. Like if I'm the big star. Matt Lodge 44 says I used to go to a comic shop owned by a wrestler. Oh wait, RVD back in the early 2000s. There was a statue in the window that is a grail for me still. Oh, interesting. That's Rob Van Dam, right? I'm not like that's. I believe that's who that is, right? Tell me I'm right. Please tell me I'm right. Rick Jones says Roddy Piper, star of Hell Comics to Frogtown, and They Live. Oh, he Hell comes to Frogtown. I put said comics. Roddy Piper was in a lot of those 80s movies. He was cool too. Ted Darklaw said, I also liked Hulk Hogan pornos a lot better for all the racism. You Weasel, yes, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to Target tomorrow to look for Booster Gold clearance merch. Thanks for the tip. Bad Force Grumps, what's going on, man? Shouting out to the Tuesday crew right there with the knives. Your boys got toys says, make my social community programs grow. Rita, probably. All she was doing was looking out for the cities. MegWeb13 says Rita always be attacking the yoga studio. Rita got something against tight pants. That's why she wore those baggy dresses. Those Little House on the Prairie baggy dresses. Rita Repulsa was weirdly dressed. It's like she was very modest and evil at the same time. It was really weird. Oh, those are bats. I saw Rick Jones and I was like, what are those symbols? They're bats. That's dope. I like that. Ted Darklaw says, love the hood cosplay idea. Can you hold that classic hood face all day? Yeah, I'll just be yelling at everybody. You don't never seen Idiocracy? What? What? And they'll be like, oh man, you're that one action figure. Well, that's right. That's what I am. I was like, he was based on a comic book. Ken's Toy says, just tell him you were a zombie in The Walking Dead. That's true. That's one thing I've never. Hector stole my Walking Dead role. Also, I didn't take it seriously, so that's also played into it. But I never actually ever was asked to be a zombie in The Walking Dead. Actually, when I had my agent, she rarely asked me to be an extra because it's a very slim chance that you go from being an extra to having a role, and she never wanted me to be. She'd rather take her chance on me having a role than being an extra bump to a role. So apparently she was like, you could play a gang member drug dealer all day long. I don't want you to be an extra because your personality can't get you to that next level. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for taking that into consideration. But yeah, no, they filmed The Walking Dead. Not The Walking Dead here. They filmed Fear of the Walking Dead, like a few miles from my house. I probably could have rode a bike there. I can't ride a bike that far. I probably could have had someone drop me off. Your boys got toys says Grumps. What did you think of that Flash trailer? I haven't seen the new Flash trailer. Like I said, I don't know if it came under the Super Bowl, but I was watching kind of. Okay, I went out to grill, so I was like, oh, we'll have some grilled meat for the Super Bowl, and I drank, so I'm still coming down from it. But Weasel says I went to the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Vegas once. None of the TV show peeps were there. Super lame. Don't waste your time. That's what I read while I was there, so I was like, well, there's no point. They said they're only there when they film, and they film so infrequently that you'll probably never see them. Matt Logic 44 says Pawn Stars Pawn Shop is a waste of time. Go across the street to Rogue Toys. Oh, I did see. Did I see that? I saw that when it came. I searched toy stores, and that one did come up. But I ended up going to Big Bang Toys, which is no longer a brick and mortar store. So I'm glad that I was able to go though, because I was their first person to get that Toys of the World passport. Mark C says the Red Wild Forest Ranger. I have no idea what that's in reference to. Uh, Bat Force Grump says the Batman scenes in the trailer were great. Ding. Oh, there we go, Mr. Jones. The Di Filippo triplets. I'm gonna pretend to be one of those guys. Doom by 9000 says, how was shoveling snow or whatever you were doing last week? So, last week we had trees fall, like branches fall out of the sky. Well, they fell out of our tree. So, we had an ice storm and it knocked out electricity for a lot of people. It knocked it out for us about 5 hours and then it came back and then we had zero internet because the internet went down. My kids thought that was the roughest time they've ever had in life. But the ice accumulated on the trees, on the branches and stuff, and it caused them to become heavy, and then a lot of them snapped and broke. And so that's what a lot of the cleanup was. I was trying to tie up and bundle them with a piece of string, put them on my curb so they could take them with the trash pickup, and they busted all the strings and left sticks everywhere. So I basically canceled last Sunday to do work that got ruined by the trash people. So I'm not saying they're trash people. I mean sanitation workers. I'm not sure what they're called. I'm pretty sure they're good people. They're not trash people. But either way, I bundled all these sticks, tied them with a piece of string. IYK. Uh, no. So but yeah. So basically, it was all wasted. So it kind of sucked, but I got the trees out of my yard and cut them, and then wind came and knocked more branches out of the trees. So everybody's still trying to clean up right now at this point. It kind of sucks. Ken Story says yes, there was one ranger that chopped up a dude with a sword. Oh, that's the Red Ranger. Did I miss when y'all were talking about that? Matt Lodge 44 says yeah, RVD is Rob. Sweet, knew that one. Rick Jones says best wrestler turned actor. Obviously, it's going to be The Rock based on success. Although I thought John Cena was a terrible actor until he played Peacemaker. I think he still is probably a bad actor, but he pulls off Peacemaker so well. What other wrestlers turned actors? Stone Cold is pretty terrible as an actor. Kevin Nash was pretty good on The Longest Yard. I thought he was hilarious in that movie. Goldberg was also pretty bad. Hulk Hogan, what was he in? Suburban Commando. That wasn't that great. Andre the Giant couldn't tell what he was saying half the time. What other wrestlers turned actor? I'm trying to think what other wrestlers were there. Macho Man. I don't know if that's considered acting, but Slim Jim made me want to eat. Put meat sticks in my mouth. Rita on the comics is hot now. What? When did they make her hot? Actually, I don't know. The actress wasn't that bad looking. I remember when I was little. I was like, put her in that pink costume. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. Ted Darklaw says, I also like the idea that you go do the show, but you think the whole thing is a roast. Mark Z says he was Noel Guglielmi. aka Hector. You got a lot of moxie, Sonny. That's why I like it. Says your boy's got toys. Thank you. I try to bring as much moxie as I can. Ted Darklaw says could have been a gang member zombie. Missed opportunities. I'm pretty sure they wanted me as a gang member zombie at one point. They're probably like, hey, remember that guy that sucked and we picked Hector instead? See if he'll come play a gang member zombie. Why are there no gang member zombies? Like I never saw a gang member zombie, and there's gangs everywhere, or fake thugs everywhere, and there was never a zombie like that. I think that was discrimination. Mark C says it's crazy how I saw Chadwick Boseman and he just guest starred in a minor role in Castle. And a couple years later, he's starring in a lot of great movies. Wishing more movie roles for you. So I found out I don't even have an agent anymore. My agent merged under another agency. She then sold her agency to some dude who booted a bunch of us out. I was one of the ones that got booted out. Nasser, what's going on, man? Glad you could join in. Let's see. Omega Weapon 13 says, I'm so excited about the Flash movie, I forgot all about Ezra's troubles. He punched a pregnant woman. That's still my issue with him. I still got issues with him punching pregnant women. Like, it's messed up. Oh man, Rita working out. She got rid of her dad bod, unlike Rihanna on Super Bowl halftime. Uh, Mark Z says, do I need to put trash people on your beef list? Not right now. I might have not tied the strings good enough. It may not have been all their fault, mostly their fault, but not maybe not all their fault. Your boy got says kind of want to kind of want them to keep that Supergirl for the new DCU movie. I gotta go check out that trailer. You know, I should watch the trailer and do my reaction video for it. People like reaction videos that are dumb and over exaggerated, right? I think I might have to do that. Mr. Jones says Kevin Nash was awesome as Super Shredder in the old Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. Oh, so I guess if you get that Shredder, you get Kevin Nash. Captain Lou is Super Mario. Oh, Super Mario. Oh man. Jens, is that the old Super Mario like TV show? Oh man. Oh, Weasley has a point. Bautista is a great wrestler turned actor. Bautista has more acting range than The Rock by just playing Drax. That's true. Drax is probably one of the better. Man, if they did a Marvel versus DC crossover and it was Peacemaker and Drax, that'd be dope. That'd be a good movie. But one of my favorite Rock movies are the movies with The Rock. Not like The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. Although The Rock should have been in The Rock movie, that would have been cool. But one of my favorite movies starring The Rock is Faster with Billy Bob Thornton. I like that movie. He plays it good. He says like four lines. Like I probably had a bigger speaking role in Idiocracy than his speaking role in Faster. But I still like that movie a lot. I mean, it has plot holes all over the place, but still, I liked it. Ken's Toy says nobody back then would have told Andre the Giant his acting sucks. That's true. I know I would not have. Bautista was really good in Blade Runner 2. Yeah, I never saw that one. I'm gonna have to check it out. Mark C says let's see. Yeah, Mark C says can't imagine a zombie throwing up Latin King sign or zombies riding on bikes with Hell's Angels carved into their backs. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was like no bikers, no gang members. It's always college students or college professors. Mark C says, why you gotta disrespect Rihanna like that? Leave her belly alone. No, I know she's pregnant. Like I'm well aware that she was pregnant. I put on Facebook, I put look at Rihanna rocking that dad bod at the Super Bowl halftime, and I got tears in my eyes for the representation or something like that. And people were like, "Oh, she's pregnant. She's supposed to be pregnant." I'm like, I'm like, I'm aware she's pregnant. Like, it's a joke. Like, I should have put LOL. I should have put LOL. That's my fault. I didn't put LOL. Your boy's got toy says, yeah, do a live reaction. See, there you go. Nas from Nas, right there, dad bod all the way. Go ahead and watch it now. Do the reaction. Did you see the new Super Mario trailer today? They used a song from the old cartoon. Oh no, I haven't seen that one yet. See, Dubai 9000 says reaction videos are effing weird. I don't know. I don't understand. Like I think Two Girls One Cup like popularized the reaction video, right? But that was a gross video too. So that was understandable. Bautista did a great job in his small role in the last Blade Runner. See, I haven't seen that one yet. Mark said college zombies. Zombies with debt, depression, and a lot of beer in them. That's why they're all slow. Matlogic 44 says gangbangers don't go out like that. That's why you don't see zombies. I didn't think so. You know what was cool though? What's that movie? Legion with Vision and Tyrese. That was a cool movie. Tyrese was supposed to be a gang member, I think, which makes sense that a gang member would be able to survive a zombie apocalypse because they like shooting people. I think there should be more gang members in zombie movies. Sorry, I'm over here like, what is going on my Instagram? Okay. No, there should be more gang members in zombies, in zombie movies. But not zombie gang members. Gang members shooting zombies. I think that's the best use of gang members in any sort of movie. They like shooting people. They like shooting people that aren't on their side or their friends. It only makes sense. I don't see why there's not a whole lot more. I'm gonna make a zombie movie called Zombie Gangs, and it's gonna be gangs with a Z for zombie as well. And people are like, "Dang, that's good marketing right there." I'm like, I know, it's so dope. Um, it's gonna star myself, Hector. It's gonna star Danny Trejo, cause you know he's like a murderer or something in real life. It'll star Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant will be there. You're probably like wondering, well, why Hugh Grant? Because he has an action figure already of him, so they won't need to do a whole lot more. Mark C says, I know you're joking, but I actually want to see that. Gangs of the Dead. Oh, Gangs of the Dead would be a nice, does have a nice ring to it. Oh, come on, Mr. Jones. He said, I think there's a gangster zombie movie. Now I gotta Google this. Oh, he says, hold on. Okay, you can Google it for me. Gangster zombies. That's messed up. I put in gangster zombie and it was like gangsta boo. I'm like, that's man, she died, man. Why you gotta say it like that? Gangsta Zombies is it's like a rap group. Zombie Gangsters. Oh, look, on Pinterest. On Pinterest, they have Zombie Gangsters. I don't even know if that's racist or not. It seems like it. Oh, Gangsters and Zombies. It's a short from 2017. I bet it's terrible. And I'm also upset that they didn't put me in it. Oh, I like this question coming up here. Zombie gangs bangs. Hugh Grant as a Crip. How art thou, cuh? That's what I'm talking about. Bat Force Grumps. Thank you for bringing it up. How do you feel about the George Lopez Ralph Barbosa situation? Ralph is a homie. I did a show with him back in February of 2020, right before the pandemic. Really good dude, really nice. George Lopez. George Lopez hates Hispanic comedians. He might hate Hispanic people. I don't know that part, but I do know that he cannot. He refuses to share any limelight with fellow Hispanic comedians. He won't do anything to help them out. When he was on the Black and Brown tour with D.L. Hughley and I think Charlie Murphy, he ref- there I heard, which I'm pretty sure I believe is fact at this point, that he demanded that there be no Hispanic openers for that show. They all had to be black. So it's like, how you have a black and brown comedy show and you the only brown dude on there? George Lopez hates Hispanics. I will go out and say that no matter where I'm at, George Lopez hates Hispanics. Oh, he's in the new Blue Beetle movie. How he hates Hispanic people. So he they mentioned the podcast that he was on. They mentioned Ralph Barbosa. He's an up and coming Hispanic comedian from Dallas, Texas. Real nice dude. He was just on Jimmy Fallon a few weeks ago. Um, he's been doing shows all over the place, like New York. I think he did some in California recently. I don't know. He's a funny dude. I like him. And they brought up his name, and George Lopez kind of threw dirt on his name. It was like, why'd he bring him up? Why'd he bring him up? Like he got mad that they brought up another Hispanic comedian in the same sentence or in the same interview with George Lopez. George Lopez was like, I put the template out there and it's their job to do something with it. I'm like, what template, man? Like I was like, it's like you got a lucky break, dude. Anybody can go big if they get that lucky break. I think he got a lucky break and that's how he made it. It's kind of weird because he talks about Eric Estrada not liking Hispanic people, and then he goes and does the same thing. So I'm like, man, that's real hypocritical right there. So I can't get with George Lopez. After I first heard that George Lopez was blocking Hispanic comedians from actually advancing or becoming better, I stopped listening to him. I still follow his page on Facebook because I like to just be sarcastic and stuff and troll those celebrities accounts. But as for a person, yeah, George Lopez sucks. Like he doesn't like Hispanic people. He's kind of racist in that way. I'll say that George Lopez is racist. National says Legion was mean movie. I love Legion. Thought it was such a dope movie. I like that the angels had the metal wings. Man, that was dope. I hope that when I die, I get to heaven. They're like, here, man, here's your metal wings. I'm like, oh, these are real. Make mine gold. Go get them candy painted. Ooh, man. Mr. Jones says Dead Heist. It's supposed to be terrible. It sounds terrible. There's also this movie called Gangsters and Zombies. It's a short film. Surprisingly, Hector is not in it. One of these days, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Hector, want to come do a short film for me? I'm here in Austin, Texas." And he's gonna be like, "Hey, man, I charge $1,000." I'm like, "Ah, let me go start my GoFundMe and get Hector in my zombie movie." Bat Force Grump says, "I'm really surprised at how big of a jerk George Lopez is. It's a shame. Yeah, it's pretty bad, and he showed his true colors. Like I said, that'd been a rumor for such a long time. I didn't want to believe it at first until I kept hearing it, and I was like, all right, man, I gotta stop supporting this dude. And so I bootlegged his albums because that what's the best way to not support a celebrity? Bootleg their stuff. That's that. I mean, that's what they want you to believe. But yeah, it sucked, man. He came out like that, and like I said, to a comedy homie, someone that I actually know. That was kind of messed up. Mark C says, "Dang, that's rough." Yeah, man. Screw George Lopez, man. Matt Logic 44 says it's fact there was a video with the comedian telling how he got booted from the tour because Lopez didn't want any other Latinos on the bill. See, I'd heard about that video. I hadn't seen it yet. But when I heard that video was out there, I was like, all right, man, that gotta be true. Too many people keep saying that. Oh, Rick Jones got a point. Tales from the Hood, 1996, Zombies and Gangsters. I totally forgot about Tales from the Hood, man. Oh, Marcus, he says Angel Wings with Diamonds. Man, hold up. Mr. Jones says, you getting foiled wings? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Uh, let's see. Grump says, your boys got toys. Agreed. What did you agree with here? To do a live reaction? So, I was like, what was the last thing he put? Nah, man, but, yeah, the whole George Lopez situation, And the crazy thing is, there's a lot of there's well not a lot. There's some Hispanic comedians that are like, he shouldn't have to do anything for us. I'm like, I don't know if you know how Hollywood and all that works is, but to get in with Hollywood, you gotta get your foot in the door. A lot of times you get your foot in the door by somebody else who believes in you and helps you get there. Like that's how a lot of that happens. Haven't you heard of the Hollywood nepotism that's going on right now? It's kind of ridiculous, but it's what's happening. And George Lopez is a C blocker. He is a Chicano blocker completely. Um, no, but it just it sucks that you have a high profile celebrity like George Lopez who is big in stand up and just constantly just hates on Hispanic comedians, which he is himself. So yeah, it sucks. Oh, oh, my comment may have got blocked for potty words. That's probably why I didn't see it. I was out. You know what? Hold on. I'm just thinking about this right now. Maybe because I'm streaming through Streamlabs. What if it's because Streamlabs blocks it? Let's see. Where did Bad Forest Grumps agree? I don't know. Maybe I just got it blocked all the time. VB is the chosen one. What's going on, man? Says Sonny, have you ever wore Air Force Ones in your life? I have not. Even when Nelly dropped that song, Air Force Ones, I did not run out to buy any. I think I was rocking Nike Gangsters at that point. Which I tried to buy another pair of Nike Gangsters recently, and I don't know why, but they're extremely difficult to buy right now at this point. So if you're having to see any in size 11, go and pick them up and send them over to me. Mr. Jones says, someone said Carlos Mencias was like that too, but I'm not sure. Carlos Mencia is not Mexican. He pretends to be Mexican, but he's not Mexican. He's from Honduras. So that one's a weird one. Obi-Wan Chigona says, who's your favorite Latino comedian aside from yourself? Hmm. Favorite Latino comedian. It's not Fluffy. I know a lot of people like Gabriel Iglesias. Gabriel Iglesias to me is like he doesn't have a lot of jokes. He makes a lot of funny voices. So it's like I don't know. Uh, Matt Logic 44, that's right. Nike Cortezes, aka the Nike Gangsters. I had two pair in my life. I want another pair and I can't find them now. But favorite Latino comedian. Hmm. Paul Rodriguez is pretty good. He's older. I haven't really seen anything newer from him. Uh, but recent one, trying to think of who I've been seeing. Well, I guess big name people. Man, there's not a whole lot that been doing much recently. Oh no, you know what? Felipe Esparza is pretty good. I like Felipe Esparza. We'll go with A. Felipe Esparza. Your boy's got toy says you didn't like the all white high top strap with the gum bottom. Oh, I had Fila's that were all white high top with a strap, but they were the Africa ones. Your boy's got toys says Paul Rodriguez, his son's a pro skater. Yeah, I remember on he was on Tony Hawk 4, I think. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 or Pro Skater 3. They had Paul Rodriguez Jr. I thought that was really cool that his son was on there. BB's the chosen one says authentic Jordans are very popular right now, mainly ones, threes, fours, and really the 11s are the most popular models for Air Jordans right now. Yeah, I got a bunch of friends who are in the sneaker collecting community. I've shot a few of their conventions before as well. Very interesting shows to shoot. You see some really high dollar shoes out there. I had no idea where that cost. I got to see the Back to the Future ones in person. Those are really cool. I wasn't gonna pay. I think they were asking like, man, what are they going for? 6,000, 8,000? I was like, it was ridiculous. Omega Web 13 says Carlos Mencia's real name is Ned. Yeah, it's Ned Holness. I remember how Joe Rogan called him out for stealing jokes at the comedy club. Yeah, he was always accused of stealing jokes. Dane Cook was accused of stealing jokes. Amy Schumer is also accused of stealing jokes. You know what's messed up? Like sometimes I'll go to like the few times previous in the past that I go to open mics, sometimes you'd hear a comedian go up there that stole a joke from a famous comedian or from a meme. And I think I think when they steal from the meme, I think that one makes me just be like, mm, don't. They better not come talk to me after the show like those meme stealers. Cause it's like you gotta know this from a meme. Like, Bad Force Scrum says I heard Carlos Mencia stole a lot of jokes. Yeah, that was that's still his thing going on with him. There was a video I was actually watching the other day. Bobby Lee from Mad TV, or he's also a stand-up comedian. Bobby Lee was interviewing Carlos Mencia, calls him Ned like it's nothing. He's like, "Well, Ned, hey, blah blah." Ask him about the joke stealing thing, and Carlos Mencia still denies it. It's ridiculous. Mark C says, "I don't get the beef between Felipe and Fluffy. I don't know what beef they have. I know Felipe Esparza uh, doesn't like this comedian that I've done shows with in Houston. He used to call himself Trump, and then Donald Trump got elected, and then I don't know if he still calls himself that, but he Felipe Esparza accuses him of stealing one of his jokes, and the jokes are really, really similar. And I kind of had to be like, whoa, I don't want to be associated with the whole joke theft thing. I know that's bad in comedy, but then the dude stopped doing shows, and but yeah, Felipe Esparza went on radio and like straight up said, yeah, that he stole my joke. I was like, dang it, heard him. I was like, I knew I'd heard that something similar. Your boys got toys says, yeah, but they have a HasLab Sentinel or Galactus. That's true. They don't. They don't. I don't know. He might. Dang it. I'm gonna be so upset if I find out he does. BB's Chosen One says Travis Scott McDonald's was a thing back in 2020. Doombot 9000 says from a meme, like which one, Sonny? So, what was? I mean, it's happened so many times, but there was one. God, what was the one? And then like I've heard people steal from like old email jokes, the kind that people would pass around all the time through emails, and so it's kind of really irritating. But man, which one was the? I mean, it's almost like those people that post the words from memes in their Facebook status and pretend like they came up with it. It's 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 worse because they're live trying to make people laugh, and it's like, man, come on. If I remember which meme specifically, like if I can remember some of them specifically, I'll come back to that. Omega Web 13 says Robin Williams stole jokes too. I did hear that. I have heard that Robin Williams stole jokes. But then I've also heard that Robin Williams bought jokes too, which is apparently a thing. Like if a more famous comedian is like, "Hey, I like that joke. Can I have it? Can I buy it from you?" And you're like, "Yeah, sure." And then you're not allowed to stake claim to that joke ever again. I don't know how I'd feel about that. If someone was like, "Can I buy that joke?" I'm like, "No, but how about I sell you a different joke that doesn't work as good?" Ken Story says, "Been fun, guys. Gotta grab some sleep." Hey, appreciate you for tuning in, Ken. Weasel says, "I'm gonna start doing stand up and only use stolen jokes, memes. Stage name gonna be Five Finger." You know what? I did one time say that. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a cover comic. Like cover bands play music from other bands that are already successful. If I'm a cover comic, I just say jokes from other people that are already successful. And then one day I'll be like, hey guys, this next joke is an original. I hope you enjoy it. And then I'll say my joke. And they'll be like, Go back to the Bill Cosby material. I'm like, oh, okay, dang it, I tried. Mark C says, didn't know that about Robin Williams. Yeah, that's why he hung himself. No, I'm joking. Never joke about suicide. I'm not joking about that. I'm joking about Robin Williams stealing jokes. Just wanna clarify. Buying jokes sounds like Drake's Ghostwriter incident. Incident. Pretty much. That's pretty much how it works. Sonny, how excited are you on the Nike movie with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon? I didn't. Is that a commercial on the Super Bowl? I didn't pay attention. I didn't. I need to go back and look at all the Super Bowl commercials. My kid kept telling me, like, I come back and he'd be like, "Oh, Dad, you should have saw the commercial." I'm like, "Dang it, I missed another good one." Doom by 9000 says, "Let me buy the words from your mouth." Pretty much, that's what they do. Your boys got so he says, "Here's some money. Don't ever say these words again." It's hush hush money. Say, hey, I like that money where you talk about your childhood and your upbringing. I want that to be mine. I'm like, here you go, thank you. Be like, hey, you remember that joke you told about being poor? Here's some money to never say it again, and now you're not poor. I'm like, yes, being poor finally paid off. Mark C says, off the cuff, Sonny. See, I could say that here. I can't say that at work. All that kind of stuff. Although I'm pretty sure people are gonna start asking me about the George Lopez incident. And if they don't, I'm gonna be really upset that they are not keeping up with George Lopez. Uh, your boys got toys says, do buy 9,000. Let me buy that comment from you. Ooh, man. He'd be like, it's yours. BB's chosen one says, son, if you weren't a toy reviewer, would you rather be a comedian or a DJ? Comedian. Although, every now and then, because I know a lot of DJs, they let me put on their headset and just do like this, and people think that I'm an actual DJ, so that's kind of cool. I one time took a picture behind some turntables, and I was acting like I was mixing. I was like, I mean, I did a little scratching, but I was doing like this with the big headphones on, like that, with my head tilted with just one earpiece on, and had them take a picture of me like that. Posted on Facebook, and like two people hit me up to ask if I could DJ their quinceañera and their wedding. So apparently, I also have a DJ face. Be like, hey, Sonny, we need you to play a zombie gang member. Can I play a zombie DJ instead? And they're like, perfect. It's that DJ face right there. Mr. Jones says Robin Williams is also a gamer. I've heard stories about him in line at Best Buy for midnight release for certain games, yelling for them to hurry up so he can get his game and go home and play. Yeah, is it one of the Zelda games that he has a character in there after him, made after him or something like that? I want to say it's a Zelda game, if I'm not mistaken. He was also big, I think, on World of Warcraft, I think it was. So, I don't know. Although, to be fair, I'd also be at midnight releases yelling for my games. Doom by 9000 says, hold up, they're making a movie about shoes? Where do they come up with this stuff? Hey, have y'all seen those new red shoes that are going around? Let's just talk about those before we start talking about some toys and stuff. Ugly red shoes. I'm just gonna type in ugly red shoes. I bet they come up. Yes, they did already. Have y'all seen these? That is a thing at this point right now. BB the Children says DJ Sunny, the figure mixtape coming soon. No, but these shoes right here, they're like $1,900. People want them apparently. $1,800. Sorry, $1,800 shoes, and they look like sorry pieces. Like if I step on your foot with this, you gotta go back home. Like if I step on your foot with these shoes, you gotta be like, home, sorry, move you on home. Mark C says those Astro Boy ones, those shoes are ugly, man. Doombot 9000 says it's gonna cost you all the comments. Your boys got toy says, have you made a joke about you and Egghead yet, or would you like to purchase one below? Yeah, I've heard them call them Astro Boys as well. Looks like an elf sock. They look horrible. Mark Z says $1,800. You can buy a few mescals with them, or I could buy a computer. BB Chosen One says, who wants red Ugg boots? I don't. Sorry. I need Omega Weapon 13 says, I need those Sonic the Hedgehog shoes. Hey, there you go. I don't know. They look stupid. Like, I don't know who would want those. I mean, I get it. If you're a celebrity, you buy stupid things, but yeah, those are horrible. Apparently, they're by a brand called Mischief, MSCHF. Yeah, I can't do those. Oh, look, I typed in Astro and it says Astro Boy shoes. So apparently they are. That's what they're nicknamed. They look dumb. I think Lil Wayne was wearing them, so everybody's gonna want them at this point now. Are they actually made from Astro Boy shoes or off of them? I wouldn't doubt that. Miss Jones says, yeah, they stole the shoes straight from Astro Boy. Mark C says, rich people and their money plus their time, a deadly combination. BB the Chosen One says, I got Air Force Ones yesterday. They were all white and they look pretty cool. Look at the pics of Astro Boy. I promise those are, yeah, I just looked them up. And without the lip on top, they look exactly like them. Your boy got toy says, you know that sock Mario, that sock Mario jumps into? Yeah, that. Yeah, no. Oh man, I can't. I forgot when he jumps in that little boot or whatever it is. No, but those are terrible. I would never buy them unless I was a really successful YouTuber and I could afford them. Then I would buy them just to make dumb content with them. I want to buy them now to step on somebody's foot and be like, sorry, and then watch them go home and start all over again, rolling some dice. But yeah, they do. They look like a game piece. They look like game pieces. Like if they put that in Monopoly, I'd throw away that copy of Monopoly. Well, I don't want this. Give me the regular shoe. Toss it. Although Monopoly kind of should update that shoe. I don't know if they've updated it yet. Nike should take away that old busted shoe that looks like it used to belong to like a beggar and put in some Nike Gangsters shoes in there instead. I think that would sell way better. Your boys got toys says, do you buy expensive shoes for work? Nope, not at all. I uh I buy my fancy dress shoes from Burlington Coat Factory. I don't think it's called Burlington Coat Factory anymore. Burlington. I buy them from there, like $20. It's like compare our prices. Uh, what is it? Their price is like $100. Your price is 20. I was like, I really don't care what their price is. Can I get these for 15 instead? But yeah, no, the two shoes that I had, well, the shoes that I alternate for work, I got like three pair. They all cost $20 each. I would have preferred for the whole three sets, three pairs, to be $20 total, but it is what it is. I'm not a big shoe person. Like, I don't like spending a lot of money on shoes. So I bought Chucks because they're like under $100. And I bought a pair of Nikes, some Air Maxes. They were like $70. And I was like, yeah, I felt good about myself. But yeah, I don't like spending that much money on shoes. No, that's not to say I haven't. I did buy the Pippins a couple years back when they re-released them for 140 bucks. But that was like 140 bucks in like 2008 money. So it was a lot more expensive that back then. And I was only making like $10 an hour. That was stupid. Uh, I literally had to work almost half a week to buy those shoes. That's dumb. But what else did I buy? I rebought my Dion's. They had reissued Dion's a couple years, actually about a year before them Pippins, and those I paid another 140 bucks. God, that's ridiculous. I don't know why I paid that much. Oh, my Spreewells, my Spreewells. I bought Spreewells. Those were over $100 too. I think I mentioned that last live stream. Viva's Chosen One says, "Who wants Optimus Prime boots?" Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Karibo shoes. That's the green wind-up boot Mario jumps in on Super Mario 3. Mark C says, "Converse are my favorites." Dude, so I got a pair for Christmas, and they are way more comfortable than any of my previous pairs of Chucks. Mr. Jones says, "I'm good with a pair of $25 Walmart shoes." See, anytime I've done that, I lose the soul in them. I don't know why. The last time I bought a pair of Walmart shoes, where was I? Oh, it was for, I was gonna play paintball, and I was like, I don't want to ruin my shoes. Let me get some cheapy shoes, and the sole fell off like when I got home after playing paintball. Dr. Space Cape, what's going on, man? Says, what's good, Sonny? BB's the Chosen One says, what about Vans? Do you ever wear Vans? I do not wear Vans. So Austin is very segregated, and Vans were not a Hispanic person's shoe. I learned Austin's way more segregated than other cities because I did see some of my fellow Hispanic people wearing Vans, and I was really confused about that. And they were like, Sonny, we get along with everyone here. We're not segregated like Austin. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try Vans one day. But to this day, I've never worn a pair of Vans. Doomba Nathan says they look like they're gonna take you into Doctor. Yes, they do look like oh god, can you imagine somebody redoes the Wizard of Oz with those stupid shoes instead? But yeah, they do look like a Dr. Seuss thing right there. Your boys got toys says I can see Sonny and Dada's. I sure did rock them Spreewells, man. Dada Supremes. Dr. Space Cape says only expensive shoes I ever bought was some black Tims. Had them for like 7 years. I bought so I know I think it was your boys got toys that boom pinpointed it. I did have lugs. I did have one pair of Timberland shoes that I bought. Where did I buy them from? I think I bought them from Finish Line, and they were on clearance. So it's like I paid like $60 for them. I was like, yes, I'll rock those everywhere. And then I got one scuff in the toe, and I wore them, and everybody was like, oh man, you got scuff on there. And then I never wore them again. I think I ended up just tossing them after a year of not wearing them. Omega Web 13 says us Asians can't have nice shoes. We gotta leave our shoes outside of the house, and people are trying to steal them. Dang, that sucks, dude. I thought Austin. Your boys got toys says I thought Austin was the San Francisco of Texas. See, that's where it's really weird. I always hear like people are like, oh, Austin's a conservative. No, it's conservative, liberal city. They're like, oh, it's like San Francisco, blah. It's like Portland, Oregon. I'm like, there's a lot of segregation here in Austin, Texas. Um, so I-35 is our main highway that runs north and south. It literally splits Austin into east and west. East is where you have all the Hispanic and black people. West is where you have all the white people. The north is where you have all the Asian people. But like, even in the east side there was Hispanic east side and there was black east side, and there was a mixture here in the middle. I lived right almost near the middle of the mixture part, and on the other side of the river was the Hispanic people that had more money than us. They were still Hispanic on that side though, but there was a lot of like, oh, well, stuff didn't hit our culture the same, and so a lot of things were like, oh, we don't do that. That's a white people thing. And then white people would be like, we don't do that. That's a poor people thing. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. They lumped me and the black people together. But that's the way Austin basically was. I-35 split it east and west. Now that gentrification has happened, it's kind of got a good mix and a good blend. As people grow older, be like, oh, hold on. I don't have to be a Caucasian person to buy this? And they're like, no, you don't. Would you like a second fanny pack? I'm like, oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding. We have fanny packs. We rock those still. But no, but like like it was weird. Certain brands you would never see in East Austin. Like you wouldn't see Vans. You wouldn't see Brooks, I think is another shoe brand that I saw some of my Caucasian homies wearing. We wore Nike, Reebok, Adidas, Fila, Dada Supremes, Asics. Asics were there was a few people that try to act all bougie because they were rocking Asics. What was the other shoe brands? LA Gears, LA Lights. I was big in the '80s. British Knights. That was another one too. What other brands? What are brands? What I'm thinking. I was rocking Echo shoes until I found out you could buy them for $20 at Ross, and I was like, dang it! I paid $80 for these. Let's see. Marksy says Rudy Astro boots. Nah, Ruby Astro boots. Yes, Ruby Astro boots. BB's the chosen one, so I can picture Sonny wearing all white Air Force Ones while holding a figure and looking at the camera when he's about to get a picture. I think you're describing Los Santos. That's what it felt like. That game felt so like home to me. Hey, speaking of segregation, we'll go back to Marcus G talking about Friday Night Lights earlier. So Friday Night Lights, it was supposed to be filmed in what was the city's name? I don't know what the city name was, but they were like, oh, there's a shady part of this town, and every shady part was filmed in East Austin, where I grew up. And so like when I was on set with the dude that played Gambit and the guy that played his brother, I'm at a chop shop in the shady, seedy part of town, I think is what they called it. And I was on set, and I was like, it was hilarious because they were like, hey, while you're here, don't wander off too much, okay? This is a dangerous neighborhood. And I'm like, man, I could walk to my parents' house. Like, they live down the road right there. Like, if I walk this way, I cut one block this way, go 5 blocks that way, another block, I'm right there at my parents' house. And they're like, oh, okay, well, if you'd like to wander, you can. I'm like, that's weird. But they wouldn't let anybody else wander around because it was a dangerous neighborhood. It was kind of cool though to be right. It was cool to be able to be like, oh man, I was in this TV show and I filmed right around the corner from my house. That was pretty cool. Dubai 9000 says I'm Hispanic. I almost exclusively wear Vans. I have two unused pairs in my closet from my current ones where you know what, man? You're not the first person to tell me that you wear Vans and have backup Vans ready to go. I like that about. I like that when people have that. They be like, oh man, like, I can't wait for these shoes to go out. I got my other ones coming soon. I like that though. Mark C says, I didn't get into wearing Vans, but I might one day. I'm just comfortable with my Chucks and my Tims. Yeah, I like Chucks. The only thing I like about Chucks is I gotta tie them. I like to be able to tie my shoes one time and then take them off and slip them back on. And with Chucks, I can't do that unless I buy them ones with the elastic. I had, did I have a pair of those? No. My son had a pair of those, and the elastic got all crazy looking. And I don't want that to happen. I'm an adult. I should not have plastic looking all jacked, or the elastic looking all jacked up on my chucks. So I can't be doing that one. Sunny on the Block mixtape coming soon. I might drop a mixtape one day, just because. Uh, who knows? One day, maybe it'll happen. They'll be like, Sonny, what are you doing? Maybe I'll drop a mixtape before I go to Paris, Texas Con and sell my mixtapes there. And they'll be like, so what do you do, man? I was in Idiocracy, but check this out, man. Got this new mixtape right here. And they'll be like, man, what's that called? And be like, it's gonna be called Gentrified Segregation. They'll be like, oh, alright. MadLogic44 says, you gotta break them in slowly. You can't just have one pair. What? You can't just have one pair. That's why you get the backup when you're about a month or so away from done. I like that idea, man. Savage Saint says, I've never been to Austin, but now I'll know what neighborhood I'm in by footwear selections. It's going to be hard now because we got all gentrified, so they pushed all the poor people out of East Austin. And so now, if you go to East Austin and you see people wearing Toms, those are gentrifiers. No, I'm just kidding. My wife has a pair of Toms. Uh, no, but yeah, that. It used to be like that. Like, you didn't really wear those shoes. I think, who was it? Well, like I never bought Adidas shell toes or Pumas back when I was younger because that meant you were a break dancer. And I didn't want people to think that I was a break dancer. People already thought I was a break dancer because some of the break dancers decided to tell everybody I was a break dancer, and people would just challenge me randomly. And then I'd be like, I'm not a break dancer. And then they started a rumor that I wouldn't break dance anybody because I thought nobody was on my level. And so that was middle school for me basically. Constantly having people come up to me trying to battle me in breakdancing, and I had no idea how to breakdance. So that's why I made sure I was like, Mom, don't ever buy me any Adidas jumpsuits. Don't ever buy me no Pumas. Don't ever buy me no Adidas shell toes. And she was like, we're poor. You're lucky if I buy you a new pair of Wrangler jeans from Walmart when we get our income tax check. And I was like, true. Okay, I get that. Dr. Space Cape says, hitting you up for the collab. That's what I'm talking about. Whoa, Mark C says Mad Logic 44 is right. Man, I've never owned two brand new pairs of shoes at the same time. I don't even think I've ever owned a pair of shoes and a pair of chocolates that were both brand new at the same time. BB's the Chosen One says I find it obvious that there are Marvel characters in MCU are rocking Jordans, Nikes, Vans, and Chuck Taylors. That's why I like Mezco so much. They put Chucks on their figures. Of course, the one I grabbed, he's not wearing Chucks, but I do like the when they put tennis shoes and stuff on their figures. Gomez, the Holiday Gomez, he's wearing those green Chucks. I like those. You know, one time I bought a pair of Team Jordans and people laughed at me. And I was like, I spent like $100 something on these. I felt bad that I spent so much money on them. Doomba 9000 says parachute pants also mean you're a break dancer. That's true. I never wore parachute pants. I never wore parachute pants. My mom was like, you can't be wearing these baggy pants like this. They're gonna think you're smuggling a gun to school. And I'm like, what? I'd use my backpack like regular gang members. Uh, Mr. Jones is not the Wrangler nut huggers. Yes, not gonna even get Wranglers. No, what was the brand? It was a Rustler. Rustler was the like Rustler was like I think it was made by Wrangler, but they were like we don't want people to think that you can actually afford Wranglers. Here's some Rustlers. Rustlers is what I would get from Walmart. Your boys got toys says new Cassie Bath straight up got Converse on. Oh yeah, she did. That was the most recent one at that. I want that Cassie Bath because I want that big head to put like on Ursa Major or Onslaught. Probably won't fit because of her hair. I want to just put that bath head on these other builder figures though. I think the head comes with man. Who does it come with? I remember I saw the figure it came with. I was like, okay, that's not bad. It's not a bad figure to get the head. Mr. Jones says I currently have two pairs of sneakers and one pair of boots, but I only wear the Fila that I have, and it's almost time to let them go. I bought a pair of Pumas. They were black with like it said Puma in gold, and they had something else gold on it. And I was like, man, these are dope. And I wore them for a few months, and then my wife was like, I gotta tell you, I don't like those shoes. I was like, well, crap. And then I was like, yeah, I kind of don't like them either. They made my feet look small. BB's Chosen One says Mike Miles wears Jordans in the movie. He wears Adidas in the video game. Man, I haven't played that game yet. I need to make my kids ask me to buy it for them. Mark C says like regular gang members. Nah, that's what the emo kids do. Mr. Jones says, yeah, my dad wears Rustler and cowboy boots every day. Rustler, that's what I'm talking about. I remember my parents bought me Rustler, and I'm like, this is not a real brand. And let's see, Dubai Nata says, you ever own a pair of Jinko jeans? Is that how you spell it? Yeah, that's how you spell it, JNCO. I never did. Never had those. For one, my mom was all like, oh, I don't like those baggy pants. That's for gang members. I'm like, it's actually for like break dancers and like rock and roll kids. What are they called? Stoners. That's what they're called. And Then my dad was all like, "That looks like you're wearing a dress. I'm not gonna let you wear a dress to school." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Wait, hold on. What if I wanted to wear a dress? Would you be like, no, that dress looks too much like a dress. You can't wear dresses to school." But he was like, "You can't wear those jeans. They look like dresses." I was like, "Okay." But I did wear silver tab. Ooh, I love silver tabs. And they like Levi's were the brand that we would get because you could get them at the stores that sold knockoffs and not knockoffs. I'm sorry. Uh, what are they called? Uh, not mislabeled. Well, a lot of times they're mislabeled, but irregulars. Irregulars. We had a store here called Wieners. They sold all the irregulars. You could go buy some Levi's, Silver Tab, Levi's L2 brand. I don't know if y'all remember Levi's L2s. But yeah, you could buy the irregulars from there. I'd have them irregulars. Had to learn how to walk with a limp. That way you couldn't tell that they were one leg was too short or whatever. Bought some one time. The back pocket was sewed shut. I was like, that's alright. I don't need that back pocket. I don't got a wallet. BB's chosen was it'd be cool. It'd be funny or cool if Sonny has his own sitcom series called The Life of Sonny. Someone actually told me that one time. They're like, you should do a little web series about your life. And I was like, man, that's a great idea. Then I remembered how lazy I am. And I was like, this is never gonna work. This sounds like work. Doombot 9000 says, Jinkles make me think of lampshades for your legs. That's what some of them look like. Uh, Mr. Jones says, I remember going to Wieners for back to school clothes. Oh, sweet. Another Wieners lover. That didn't sound right. Uh, lampshades. No, Wieners was cool because they had layaway. So you could be like, oh, sweet, I can get these irregulars that are a little bit more than Walmart pants, but my parents can put them on layaway. Hopefully, they get them out before school starts. That's how I used to get Nikes from Wieners. Mark C says web series on Sunday sounds like Everybody Hates Chris, but in Texas. I'm gonna call it Everybody Loves Sunny, like Everybody Loves Raymond. Um, and I'm gonna hire Brad Garrett to play my brother. They're like, you didn't have a brother for real? Well, that's all right. He plays a brother so well. No, one thing that I was trying to do, I was hoping to do was when I was in Vegas, I saw Brad Garrett has a comedy club. And I was like, that would be cool to get on at his comedy club. Marcy says, no, Wieners was cool. Out of context, Jim. I love Wieners. Wieners makes me happy. BB's Chosen One says, even today's generation, cooler kids would tease other kids saying that their shoes are fake or even their jerseys. Yeah, that was a big one. I had a Jerry Rice jersey from Wieners that I begged my mom to buy me, even though it was too small for me. I still wore that jersey. And people be like, "Oh man, you like Jerry Rice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's one of the best wide receivers ever." Never saw him play. I had a few of his football cards, and that's why I was like, "Oh, this guy's awesome." Miss Jones says, "You sound like me whenever people tell me you should draw a comic, but I know I'm lazy and would quit after one panel." That's how every project goes with me. Someone was like, so I have friends that are rappers, and one of them is a battle, a few of them are battle rappers, and someone one time told them they're like, y'all should do a battle rappers versus comedians. And they were like, we're not gonna take that because comedians, like that's all they do is make fun of stuff. Like how are we supposed to compete with someone who constantly is making fun of things? And I was like, oh, it's a challenge then. I'm gonna battle rap you. And to this day I've never battle rapped him. It just sounds like way too much work. Doombot 9000 says trip pants were a whole different ballpark when it came to pants. So much going on. I don't know what trip pants are. Let me Google trip pants. Trip pants may have never made it on the other side of I-35. Trip pants. Okay. Yep. Those did not make it to my side of I-35. These are insane. And I say that because they look like stray jackets. These are $135. Vampire Freaks is the website that has trip pants. In case y'all didn't know what trip pants were, I had no idea what these were. Uh, wow, I thought I thought that was someone holding a tampon. Looks like they're holding a pin. I had no idea what trip pants were. Nope, never had these. They look very useful with all the pockets and loops though. Like, hey, what are you doing? Going camping? I just need my trip pants. I'm gonna pack everything in there, including the tent. Your boys got toy says I wanted lead pipes so bad, but they didn't make my size. I was a husky. Oh, lead pipes, man. Okay, I remember those. I had a pair of lead jeans one time because my dad was like, "I got your pair of Levi's," and I was like, "Man, that says Lee on them." He's like, "Yeah, aren't they Levi's?" I'm like, "No." Literally, they're missing the Vise part of that right there. Just Lee. And then they came out with Buddy Lee. Remember Buddy Lee, the little doll or whatever? Try to sell Lee jeans to everybody. BB's Chosen One says Life of Sunny starring Sunny and Sunny, Shartimus Prime, X-Man 87, E Rivera 94, Unparalleled Universe, MCU Collector 24, Screw Toys, and Joey B. Oh, that'd be dope. BB's Chosen One says, have you ever been teased or bullied before? Have you ever been into a fight before? I've been teased and bullied before. It didn't last long because I don't take kindly to bullying or being teased. Well, tease is different. To me, teasing is like you're just kind of like let me see. To me, bullying and teasing are different. Teasing to me was kind of like if you're like, oh man, I'm saying this about you, but I get to say something back about you, and that's kind of that was to me that was what teasing was to me when I was growing up. So I never saw like teasing as being like, oh, we're being mean to you. I always saw bullying to be the mean part. But people would try to make fun of me because I was light skinned, I was in a Hispanic neighborhood, and they'd make fun of me because I had big teeth. Well, not all my teeth, just my two front ones. They were way bigger than the rest of my teeth. Um, they didn't really fit in my head very well. So it made sense. Which when people try to bully me about that stuff, I guess that would be teasing. I guess that's the teasing part. So if they would tease me about that stuff, to me it didn't really. I was like, yeah, it's easy. You going for the easy one right there. Yeah, you could see that I'm light skinned. You can see I got big teeth. Okay, cool. Like right now when people are like, oh, at least I'm not bald like you. I'm like, that one's obvious. Like you gotta try harder. Like I can't go to the mirror and just see it and be like, oh, dang it, someone might notice. Ugh. But like if they say something like, and that's where I would come back and hit them with stuff that would hit a little bit harder. And then like, God, someone told me one time they were talking about my teeth. They're like, oh yeah, they're like, at least I got big teeth, blah 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 whatever. And I was like, oh man, at least my parents care about me. And that hit hard because they didn't have a dad. So it's like go ahead and try, but it might not work out the best. Oh no, make fun of my bald head, dude. I really don't care. That's what I'm saying. If it's something like about me, I don't care. Make fun. If I make fun of it, especially, go right ahead and come at it. Come at me, Marcus Yee. Miss Jones says I was a victim of big front teeth too. They call me Bucky O'Hare, but they didn't know I actually liked that because I was a fan of the show and the game. Oh man, dude. So someone one time called me Ghetto Superstar, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And they're like, you didn't hear what I said, Ghetto Superstar. I'm like, I heard exactly what you said. Thank you. and they were like, I called you ghetto superstar. I'm like, it's so awesome, dude. Why didn't my parents name me that? I don't think he didn't realize that I thought that was the coolest nickname ever. And so naturally it didn't stick because felt defeated by the fact that I liked what he called me. Uh, Marcus E. Foot, nah, I appreciate your head. It's a good one. Like, that has to be said all in one sentence. Uh, Doom by 9000 says Sonny had buck teeth. That needs to be a webisode. It's funny too, cause I also have an overbite, and I didn't know what an overbite was at first until the dentist finally said, "Hey, you have an overbite. That's why I never molested you." I'm like, "Oh, that's why, dentist." No, I did say that one time, right? My dentist was like molesting kids, but never me. Racist. No, but yeah, no, I had an overbite. I had two big front buck teeth because my front teeth fell out before my other teeth did, and I still got a baby tooth right there. Never fell out. My other tooth grew across it, so it never fell out. So it still technically looks like I have big front teeth at times if you get me from the right angle. But yeah, people will tease that, and I'm like, it just means I'm more adult than you are. And they'd be like, yeah, you still got your baby teeth in there? Ugh, gross. Grow up. Yeah, Ghetto Superstar is a song by Maya and Old Dirty Bastard and Pras. I think it was Pras that was on that song. Pras from the Fugees. The least famous Fuji was on that song. I actually think it was his song from Bullworth. Mr. Jones, you see that, man? All that knowledge right there. Bullworth. Who else saw that movie? Me, my sister, and my parents. That was it. That's all there was in the theater when it came out. Uh, Vivian Jones once said, I had braces before, not my favorite experience. I've had them for 4 years and got them out in my sophomore year of high school. So, I had an appointment to go get my little baby tooth right there, to get that ripped out, put my adult tooth in place, and get braces done. Like, I had an appointment to get all that stuff scheduled and squared away and sorted out. I didn't want it to happen, but my mom was like, you gotta get your teeth fixed. Nobody's gonna like you with your busted teeth. I was like, hey, what? I thought you were supposed to love me unconditionally. She goes, I do, but I don't want you to smile when we're next to each other in pictures. I was like, dang it, let me go get my teeth fixed, mom. So anyway, I had all these appointments set to go get my teeth looked at and make the plan to put braces in my teeth. And the night before, all right, so this is how poor people work, okay? All right, so sometimes I'd have so much stuff in my room. Like, when I say stuff, I'm like, oh, boxes or whatever was brought home one day. And so I was like, okay, so my mom and dad had got a new mattress. And so they would put the old mattresses, like, leaned up in their bedroom. And sometimes I'd be like, I'm gonna go sleep in the living room. And I'd pull that mattress out into the living room, throw it on the floor, sleep on the floor while I watch some TV as I go to bed. So the mattress was in my mom's room. She tripped and fell on that mattress, or she didn't fall on the mattress. She fell because of the mattress, and if she fell on the mattress, it would have been a lot better. She would be like, oh, boop, 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 and then she would have been safe. But instead, she tripped on the mattress, and when she fell, she came down and shattered her elbow because she has osteoporosis. It's okay that I say that. She's well aware. Like, if I ever become famous, I'm gonna try to get her to be an osteoporosis spokesman person. Anyway, she broke her elbow. She shattered it in little pieces, and we ended up having to be at the hospital while they worked on her elbow for the whole night. And I missed my dentist appointment. So that was, I don't know, 26 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, and I still have my baby tooth thanks to my mom shattering her elbow. I don't know if it's thanks to that. Because of that. We'll go because of that. Dumal 9000 WCF, that's the first time I heard about your dentist. Yeah, man, he got caught molesting kids. Uh, Mr. Jones says that movie, Savage Lane says I saw it too, had the soundtrack too. I wanted the soundtrack, man. I bet that was a dope soundtrack. Mark C says, "Oh, Mark, I still never change." Yeah, Beavis the Chosen One says, braces are hella expensive. Yes, that's why. That was another reason I was like, Mom, we don't need to do this. Can't you like save for me for a car for when I learn how to drive? And she's like, You're getting a bus pass. I'm like, damn. Can I get some pegs on my bike instead so I can maybe take my friends to school? She's like, no, not at all. No, but yeah, so because of that, I didn't go to the dentist. And then I want to say a year or two later, maybe, that's when they found out that he was molesting kids. And my mom was like, "Did he ever touch you?" And I'm like, "No." And she goes, "You can tell me if he did." I go, I would have I would have stabbed him if he had touched me. Well, because I've mentioned it before. In first grade, I started carrying a knife, but I was like, "You don't think I would have stabbed this man if he had tried to do something like that, Mom?" And she's like, "Fair point, fair point. You can tell me." I'm like, I can't tell you because it didn't happen, Mom." And she goes, "Oh, are you sure?" I go, "Yeah." I go, "I question myself every day. Like, was I not cute enough for him? I don't understand. I don't know how he picked and choose. He's gross. He's a monster." Vivi's the chosen one says, whoop. Vivi's the chosen one says, "I'd rather have Invisalign over braces." A friend of mine had Invisalign, and I could not tell. She told me about it, and it's funny because that's where the whole wet teeth thing immediately came to my brain when Wade from Unparalleled Universe mentioned wet teeth. I saw her with her Invisaligns in. And I was like, man, her teeth look extra wet. Maybe that's what wet teeth is all about. Doombot 9000 says, my mom kept a couple of mattresses in the hallway when I was a kid. Then one day, my siblings and I were jumping on them and broke a ceiling light. Fun times. Oh, man. Dude, that must have got some really good bounces, dude. I like that story. I like that story a lot. I'm gonna buy that story from you, Doombot 9000, and tell it on stage. I'm gonna be like, how many of y'all broke a ceiling light from jumping on your mom's old mattress? And people will be like, dang, I totally relate. They're gonna laugh at it. No, but that's messed up, man. Mark C says, I had Invisalign, but I stopped wearing them my last couple weeks. Oh, man. Congratulations, man. I feel like I should say congratulations when people stop wearing braces or Invisaligns. I don't know why. I just feel like I should. So Invisaligns, I did want to do Invisaligns as well, and a different dentist, not the child molester one, but a different dentist. He was like, "Oh yeah, Invisalign are great. You don't have to have the metal braces on. It looks more natural. Blah blah blah, saying all this stuff." I was like, "Cool, man. Set me up for that. Let's do that. I got insurance." And he goes, "Yeah, your teeth are not a quality. Your teeth are not a candidate for Invisalign." I was like, "Wow, that's messed up, dude." And he goes, "No, it's not as messed up as your teeth, so you would need regular braces." I'm like, "I'm too old for regular braces, man." And he was like, "Yeah, but just don't smile. It's all right." And then I never went back. So, so I still didn't get my braces either. Mark C says, my teeth throw the wrong gang signs now. People think I'm from Cali now. Man. Doombot 9000 says, speaking of Unparalleled Universe, when's the next collab? And, I was going to try to get him, well, I was going to try to get Screw Toys on the show this week, but he was like, dude, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I'm going to be at a party. I'm like, oh, man, it must be cool to be a cool person, get invited places. Nah, I totally forgot that it was Super Bowl. Even though I just told my wife, hey, Super Bowl's coming up. But, yeah, I need to try to get Unparalleled Universe. I need to try to get Wade on here sometime. And then he'll be like, hey, I brought one person over from my chat. Doombot 9000. BB's Chosen One says, my birthday was last week. I just turned 26 last week. Hey, happy birthday, man. I didn't stream last week because I was dealing with ice sticks. But happy birthday, man. Sorry, my phone going off. Your boys got a toy says, "Wow, censor my comment again. Does it feel bad to be rejected by a child?" It, you know, it's weird. Like, and my mom still like we still will joke about it too, which is messed up. But yeah, 'cause you're kind of like, well, why not me? Like, it's very bizarre. It's a very bizarre thing to think about. Like, uh, I even told one of my friends, well, one of my coworkers, like when I first met him, he was a cool dude, and he still is a cool dude. He doesn't work with me anymore, but we still keep up with Facebook and stuff. And well, what did I tell him? So, oh, cause he's a gay dude, and I was like joking with him one time, and I was like, well, I go, you know how gay dudes, all they ever think about is banging all these dudes. And he goes, I don't always keep thinking about that. And I was like, dude, I go, how many times have you thought about banging me? And he goes, none. And I was like, oh, I mean, what can I do to change? And he felt really weird that I was asking him that 'cause he thought I was serious. And I was like, I'm just joking, dude. Like, but yeah, no, I think he felt the same way I felt when I was like, wow, that guy didn't touch me. He didn't even try. Like, like actually, maybe when he took an X-ray of my teeth, he took an X-ray of my whole body and saw that I was carrying weapons with me, and he's probably like, I'm not gonna mess with that dude. Uh, Doombot 9000 says, yeah, it was a super narrow hall, and the mattresses were literally blocking the way to one of the bathrooms. It was an odd place to put them. That's not, dude. You said that, and it reminded me of my aunt who also kept mattresses in her hallway as well. And like when you walk through the hallway, you had to like bounce off the mattress because it was so thin and narrow where your feet would go. Mr. Jones says, I think it's censored one of mine too. God, that's so bizarre. Because I do have. I wonder if this has wrong settings. I'm not even gonna mess with this Stream Labs. I don't know what I'm using. I know on YouTube I put that it can put whatever. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I don't want to censor y'all. Dude 9000 says, happy belated BB's chosen one. And so does your boys got toys. Happy belated. Aquarius gang. Phoebe's chosen one says it's Christmas every day for us toy collectors. At my sister's godmother's Christmas for her every day because she leaves her Christmas tree up. It's been up I think like over 20 something years at this point. Constantly, every day. It's up. Uh One time we went to her house and it was like June and my mom was like, "Oh yeah, don't say anything weird because she has her Christmas tree still up." I was like, "What?" And then we went in, and I immediately my eyes shot over to the Christmas tree, and then they shot over to my mom. And she was like, she just gave me a look of disappointment, like I know you're already thinking of saying something, and even like just literally told you not to say anything. It's kind of her fault though, because don't tell me not to say anything. I'm gonna. That's the first thing that's gonna enter my head is I need to say something. But Mark Z says, I respect you, bro. Just don't touch me. Like, dude, I didn't even say anything. Doombot 9000 says, any new pickups, Sonny? Oh, let's see. This came in the mail actually about a week and a half ago. I was gonna talk about this last Sunday when I didn't get a chance to. It is Mr. Wealth action figure right there, action figure. I wanted to do a review. I haven't had a chance to do a review. I hope y'all also saw the Conan the Barbarian, not Conqueror. Sorry, I screwed that up every time I said his name in the video. Conan the Conqueror. That was man, that figure's dope. That figure is clearly gonna make it to the top 35 of 2023. There's a Mr. Wealth. Is it Mr. Wealth? Mr. Wealthy. Mr. Wealthy. Which is pretty much Bruce Wayne. Beavis Chosen One says, I think it'd be funny if Sonny were to do a music video showing his figures doing a stop motion. Man, stop motion, props to the people that do that. That is a very difficult task. But let's see. Yeah, this figure came in. Like I said, before my last stream, I didn't get a chance to talk about him because I canceled that stream. But I mean, the soft goods are really nice on this figure, but the body is not the greatest. The body doesn't hold. Like if I put him in a pose, it doesn't really hold very well. But if you have the mask figure, that's about the same quality for the clothing. Of course, it's one of those toys from 5K Toys, so they have the heads I don't like. I do not like the neck connected to the head. I'm like, come on, man. Did Hasbro like lock down the put in the ball peg for the head? I mean, Mezco, Mafex, they have it. I don't know why these third-party people can't figure it out. That's always the thing that I don't like about the third-party stuff. Is that weird uh neck head. And there's another face of it right there. Really emo. He'd probably be wearing some of those trip pants if he had them. Where we at? Dubon Not That says, does he come with fat stacks of cash? He does not. His accessories are very, very limited. Let me slap him back in here so stuff don't fall out. He has 2 trigger fingers and resting hands, and that's it. Very plain. Very plain figure. Like I said, the suit is really nice. It's nice material, nicely made. Uh, but yeah, he came in. So did. I'm pretty sure y'all know what that one is right there. Felix Toys. I just realized the box is backwards. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Felix Toys. I do always want to say Felix, but Felix Toys. Like I said, this one came in as well. Again, the weird neck thing, but this is a dope figure too. Lots of accessories with this dude. Clockwork Orgy, what's going on, man? He says, "Hey, Sonny," and I say, "Hey, back." Yeah, like I said, if they could get past that weird neck connected to the head, they'd be killing it right now. Does any of y'all got this Joker? This Heath Ledger? His little chain is pretty dope too. I almost popped that off though, so be careful. But yeah, it's a cool figure. Dude, not does have seen the image of Batman and Iron Man throwing money at each other. What? I have not seen that one. I want to do a toy shot of that. That would be cool. Is it the one where Spider-Man is like begging for money as well? I've seen that one before. Mark C says Felix Toys has been doing good so far. Want to see more from them this year. Yeah, I think this one is built a little bit more sturdy. Well, no, I guess because was it PW Toys that made the mask? That's also a really nice figure. Again, I'm not a fan of the head style that they use with the neck connected to it. But I do like my mask figure. I have him right here. He's a little bit shorter. Yeah. He's a little bit shorter than this other one. Well, take his hat off. so he's a little bit shorter. But both pretty nice though. They both got different colored faces and some nice clothing. Okay, do my 9,000. Yes, it's a drawing. Hilarious. Yeah, I like memes. I like memes so much, I'm gonna start saying them on stage to people. I'm joking. I would never do that. One of my cousins actually told me, she was like, "Hey, if you want to get more followers, just post memes." I was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, nah, I think I'll stick with original content. And then Facebook went and blocked me from earning money on my reels because they said I was not producing original content. What I'm thinking is, I think their algorithm can't tell that I'm saying different words when I do my stand-up jokes, and all they see is the same image. So I gotta go figure out how to redo my reels, and actually I should have been doing that today. I should have been uh trying to get my monetization back on Facebook. Remind me to do that tomorrow, one of y'all. Thank you. Clockwork Warrior says, if you had an Idiocracy, if you had a Idiocracy Felix Toys character, what would they call the not Sunny? You know what? They're probably like, nah, this fool ain't gonna sue us. We're gonna straight up call him Sonny Castillo. Like, well, so in Idiocracy, I don't officially have a name, so I'm billed as prosecutor. So I think they would get away with calling him prosecutor or lawyer or defense attorney. So there's a few different things that they could slide by with that. I would get mad. I'd sue them and be like, call him Sonny. Just say who he is. Please get my name out there for me. Your boys got toys says original content doesn't exist. So my jokes with my face does exist as original content. However, if you look at all my jokes, I barely move any different in any of them. So I think that's probably what the algorithm is catching. So I gotta contest it and be like, look, man, just go listen to my jokes. Next time I'll make a different face. But yeah, right now they did block the monetization for that, so I gotta figure out how to fix that. BB's Chosen One says the blob figure kind of reminds me of Ned. That's so messed up. Well, actually, now that you mentioned that, I don't have the blob figure yet, but I do have Ned here. Maybe it's Ned all grown up. I thought this was a good character, good figure. It was unexpected. Well, it wasn't unexpected. They teased him, but yeah, I guess it kind of was still unexpected. But yeah, this was a cool figure because it's so different from anything else that they've put out. And when I say else, I mean Hasbro. Sonny the Prosecutor Castillo, exactly. That's who I am. Hey, since we're on the topic of Hasbro, did y'all see all the stuff that went down with Valaverse over the past week? Like, man, sometimes you gotta back up and let someone else handle customer service for you. That's all I'm saying. He's been real sarcastic to people who are trying to let them know they have issues with their figures, and then he tried to save face and come on and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's a new person." Like, I don't think I don't think it was a new person. Like, realistically, I don't think it was a new person, man. I think it was you being rude, you got caught, switched it up, pretend to be a different person. I get it, man. I've answered the phones like that at work before. I'd be like, "Hey, thank you for calling wherever I'm at. This is Sonny speaking," and I try to help them. They're like, "I don't want to talk to you. Let me talk to somebody else." I'm like, "Okay, I apologize. Let me go to get one of the supervisors or leads online with you." And then I go look for lead or supervisor. Ain't no one there. So then I come back. Yeah, give me one moment. Let me go to connect you over. All right, thank you. And then I connect them over. Yes, one of my agents, Sonny, was saying you wanted to speak with me. And they're so stupid. They'd be like, yeah, and I totally believe him. I just want to get a second opinion. And of course, it was my opinion in the first place, so it'd be the same thing. Oh, do my 9000s. Can you refresh us on what happened? Nah, nope, what happened? I saw a bunch of Iron Ken videos bashing him and retro blasting and articulated ninja. That's the Felix Toys, not Bobby Vala. Bobby Vala. Vala. Yeah, Bobby Vala, he was the guy that did the Valaverse. That's like a Chappelle skit show skit. It is, man. Like I said, he people were complaining some of the figures were not they were defective. And they'd make their complaint or whatever, like, hey man, blah blah blah. And he was hitting them with all kinds of sarcasm. It wasn't really helpful, and it was kind of like then when they put him on blast, then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You should have contacted me directly. Blah blah. It's a new person. They don't know, their customer service representative. Blah blah blah, saying all this stuff." People were commenting on that thread, and he is being just as sarcastic as those emails were, in almost the same exact sarcastic tone. If you could tell by the writing, and yeah, pop copy. There you go. Oh, but like then I'm like, dude, you can't save face and then go and be sarcastic and rude to people in the same comment stream. And it was just a mess. Like, dude, if you can't handle customer service, get somebody else to do it for you. But it was clearly him being sarcastic and rude in the emails. It was clearly him being sarcastic and rude in the comments. He tried to come back and be like, "Oh no, we're gonna correct it. They are gonna fix it for the dude. That's cool." Someone actually did tag that dude Articulated Ninja in there, and I started watching Articulated Ninja when the whole HasLab Engine of Vengeance thing was happening because he doesn't like Hasbro. I think he was one of the first people that I heard call him Hasblo, which again to me doesn't really sound like too much of an insult, but he would attack Hasbro and be like, "Hey, this is wrong, this is wrong," but then he'd also be like, "Hey, but props on this, that's kind of cool," which I liked. I was like, it felt the most biased, unbiased opinion I'd seen. And so I started watching them and I was like, okay, cool. But then when someone mentioned about Valaverse, he's friends with them now, so he jumped on Valaverse's side and he wasn't playing the middle like he had been for Hasbro and everything. And I was like, oh man, okay. Like me, I'll tell you right now, if Mezco's like, hey man, we're gonna send you some free toys, but you have to be nice, I'll be like, hey, let's do it, man. Whatever you want to say. And if the Mr. Mezco dude was like talked about somebody, I'd be like, you know what? They deserved it. Mezco only makes awesome figures. But y'all would know that I'm like that. So it doesn't y'all would be like, yeah, it's totally Sunny right there. Total shill. But yeah, no, it was just to me it hurts the brand a little. If the main guy is being like that to toy collectors and just the community as a whole, it's gonna hurt your brand, dude. Like you gotta realize who's buying your figures. Nobody's buying Valorverse figures for their kids to play with. They do buy Marvel Legends for their kids to play with, but they don't buy Valorverse figures for your kids to play with. So you gotta know the collectors are your audience, and you can't go make yourself seem better or smarter than them. It was a really bad move on his part. Um, BB's Chosen One says we still need an MCU Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne for Marvel Legends. I cannot read Van Dyne without saying it in my head or out loud as a person from Texas saying the word down. I cannot help it. Uh, Mark C says, I feel like some people like Vala, Retroblast, etc. feed off drama and negativity. They probably do. I know who was it? Someone was saying that well, because people call me a shill and I'm like, you're not even looking at the videos. Like, it is what it is. I like to make jokes about everything, so if it comes off as negative because you want to see it as negative, yeah, go ahead. I go, but I'm not saying anything to hurt anybody. Like that's not what I like. That's not what I'm trying to do. Unless I'm on stage, then yes, that's totally different. But it's really weird. I don't know. Clockwork Orange says, "LOL, it's their channel." Yeah, they're weird. Your boys got toys says, it was my jerk brother Robbie Vala. Dang it was Robbie the whole time. Clockwork Orange says that's like Sunny Storm Collectibles phase. Hey, I really wanted them to send me some free stuff. You know what though, man? Like Storm Collectibles, they keep making characters that I like, but just I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very weird. I'm in a weird spot with Storm Collectibles right now. Clockwork Orange says hillbilly drama is a thing. Yeah, no, it was just I mean, like I've never seen like if you go and tell well see here's the thing. Bobby Vala, he is the company. He is Valaverse. So if you say if he's like, hey guys, I don't have any of the figures right here with me. But he's like, hey guys, I just brought out this guy. We'll call him Chunky. I just got out Chunky. He's got announced for Wave 5. And you hit him up and were like, that face sculpt looks terrible. Yeah, he got his hand all in it, so he should get offended. In fact, he should be getting all the hate. I mean, he's the face of the company, puts the product out there. If you don't like it, say something to him. But like, and Nerd Zoic posted a video about it today, I think, or yesterday, saying that people keep blaming the Hasbro marketing team for the decisions that are being made. I'm like, I don't know if, yeah, like that they're not the right person to attack. The CEO of Hasbro, sure, go ahead. He gets his final say on stuff, I think. I don't know how that works. But like Bobby Vala is like, man, like if there's a complaint to make about the figures, you don't have a humongous company, he would be the person to complain about. He should just do like McFarlane, Tom McFarlane. He make all these figures, don't respond to anything. You know, have your customer service people be like, hey, we'll go send you a replacement, whatever. McFarlane has really good customer service. They found a figure for me like 6 months after, or 6 weeks after they told me they didn't have it, and they sent it to me. But yeah, he needs to just back away from the customer service aspect. Mark C says they act like they're part of different sets. Like, dude, you're a middle-aged man getting mad at others over toys. Make it less embarrassing at least. Yeah, yeah. Omega Web 13 says Valor doesn't like Dwight and Lenny from G.I. Joe's because they did him dirty. Yeah, now that right there, if he had personal beef with them, yeah, I have personal beef with him. That's understandable. Like if he feels like they did him dirty, whether they did or not, I don't know. I wasn't there. But if he feels they did him dirty, if they did do him dirty, if he got personal beef, yeah, that's cool. But don't like they're trying to make them out to be the bad guy. Don't go be the bad guy to that same community that I ain't never had issue with Dwight. Like I ain't never had an issue with what's the other guy? Lenny? I don't even know Lenny. But I don't have no issues with that dude. I don't have issues with Bobby Vala either because he ain't never been rude to me. If he had been rude to me, a video would have came out. That's the way I do things. Vivi's Children says it's funny how MCU Collector 24 views himself as a shill. He doesn't really view himself as a shill. He keeps being called a shill, so he's just running with it at this point. So it's more of a trolling to all the people that are calling him a shill, which is I hope in 2023 we get rid of calling people who like things a shill. You know. Clockwork Orange says, what did Dwight and Lenny do specifically? That's what I'm saying. I don't have a clue what they did. Bobby doesn't like Brian Flynn either. I don't even know Brian Flynn. And Brian Flynn, if you're watching this and you got your feelings hurt for that, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't have a clue who Brian Flynn is. Mark C says people like that are just walking stereotypes. ATP at this point. Yes. ATP, IYKYK. We're learning all the acronyms this tonight. No, but yeah, I mean, if they did him dirty, all right, cool. You know, but yeah, people say that he just constantly is talking about them. You know, oh, from Super 7. Okay. I still have never owned a Super 7 figure. I feel like Super 7 thinks I got beef with them. I kind of do. No, I don't. I don't have none of their figures. I just feel their figures are overly expensive. Clockwork Gorgeous says, was Laserpants sharpening his pitchfork when Bobby felt offended? I think Laserpants tried to be a mediator in the whole thing, which was cool. That was cool on his part. He was like, "Hey, I'll talk to Bobby about this," and then Bobby jumped in. I think he should have let Laserpants calm the situation. I'm like, "All right, I'll talk to Bobby about this," and then Bobby just jumped in. I'm like, Laserpants didn't offend anybody. He didn't attack anybody. Wasn't sarcastic. Should just let that one fly. Uh, all right. People like that are just walking stereotypes. Don't forget how you say LMFAO, limp. One time, man. It's one time. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. Limfoul. Dang it. Should have been my username. Limfoul. Uh, nah, but yeah, like I know Laser Pants is his homie. I think he was looking out for him and the brand at that point. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. He should have let the other people handle it. Like not Laser Pants. Laser Pants probably could have handled it better than Bobby did. But yeah, someone was like, "Hey man, you should make this right or whatever," and then Bobby was all like, "Did you not see the newest post?" I'm like, dude, like, dope, man, you're making it worse. Mark C says one time is more than enough. That's true. That is true. Clockwork Orange says, props to him. That was unlike himself. Yeah, no, I was like, oh wow, okay. Like Laser Pants is taking the high road and trying to resolve this, help him out. That's kind of cool. But then yeah, Bobby didn't help out with that one. And it's like me, like if I made an action figure line and I didn't like talking to people, I would totally get someone else to handle that. It's the smartest thing to do. It's like the Hasbro people. They got a marketing team. Get yourself a marketing team, man. Vivi's Chosen One says, Sonny, would you be down to collab with Ryan, Dan, and Dwight someday? I would. I don't think it would work for them because of the things that I say or the types of ideas that I have. I actually did hit up Dan one time with an idea, but I hit him up with the idea knowing it was like a 14% chance it was gonna happen, and he was like, nah, I don't think Hasbro would like for that to be done. I was like, I didn't think so, but I was like, I figured I'd try it. Never hurts to shoot your shot. You only miss the shots you didn't take. I don't know the phrase. But yeah, so I did have an idea for Dan, but like I said, it didn't work out this time. But I'm sure someday, one of these days, I'll figure out something that I can hit them up and be like, hey, would y'all be cool with doing this? And they'll be like, hey, no, but how about we do this instead? No, I'm joking. No, it was I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out how to do it some other time. Your boys got toys says, what are the chances Laser Pants has money in the company and wants it to take off though? Hey, there's a really good chance on that, and so he's just looking out for his money at that point. More power to him for that. I got money in Hasbro stock. I don't like that they're raising prices, making everything go on clearance. I'm like, y'all hurt my stock. Doombot 9000 says the only thing I have from Battleverse are those weapon packs. Hey, those weapon packs are on point though. Like I'm not gonna take that away from the dude. The Hardcore Gorge says the last time they were crying about Wade Howletson. Wade Howlettson. Daniel always rocks Jordans and Yeezys. Yeezys are ugly shoes. I do not like Yeezys at all. I almost thought those Astro Boy boots were Yeezys at one point. I was like, dang, Kanye West still trying to bring some shoes out. Marks, you said the Clockwork Orange, you heard about that? It was hella unnecessary. I don't remember what they said about that. Actually, I don't know what they said about that. I need y'all to inform me on that one now. No, but the weapons packs are amazing. Like, if you can get past the dude being a prick to some of the people in the community, pick up those weapons packs. They're amazing. They have magazines that are removable. Yeah, that's a dope. Those are dope weapons packs. And see, that's me being for real. Like, it's a cool weapon pack. You know, yeah, he didn't treat people cool, but hey, he didn't treat me not that way. So it did kind of put like a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, man, do I really want to buy more from this dude? Because the way he treated other people. Now, granted, he didn't treat any of my followers that way, so yeah, it's questionable. Uh, but yeah, no, I don't know what else they said about the other stuff. What else? Toy stuff, toy stuff. Oh, y'all see the biblical figures going to Kickstarter next week? I want to say they're gonna have Jesus. I think an angel, if I'm not mistaken. That looks cool. Um, the soft goods look terrible, but other than that, the figures look pretty cool. Jesus is more of a tan color, so yeah. Marksy says they basically put a Tuesday Crew member on blast for calling Vala out and addressing issues. What? Who did they put on blast? You can say it here. There's only like 4 people here. It's me, you, Clockwork Orgy, Vivi's the chosen one, Doombot 9000, your boys got toys, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. That's it. We're all here. We're all friends. Now I need to know. Y'all know me. I like saying names on my streams. And one of these days I will tell y'all what my plan for Dan was. Not right now. It's really hard to explain it out. Clockwork Orange says the weapon pack is dope. It even has that Lord of the War gold AKs. Yeah, the AKs are dope, man. I got 2 of them. Vivi's chosen one says I didn't know Ryan, Dan, and Dwight are also collectors like us. Yeah, yeah, they are. Oh, Matt Lodge 44 is here. Uh, Dude by Nathel says left you out, kind of like that Dennis. Wade Howlettson. Wade Howlettson. LeMayo. Keep up, Sonny. Your boys got toys says, yeah, we're all friends here. Adjust Mike. God, man, I used to hate when people do that. His next comic is he's a real funny guy, and then they start messing with the mic. I'm like, dang it, man, why you do that? It's a telltale sign that you're lying. And they'd be like, Sonny Castillo. I'm like, oh, cool. It's me. It's me you're talking about. Wade Howlettson. How do I not know this Wade? Hey, Mark Rose, what's going on, man? Wade Howlettson. I don't think I've ever noticed that name. Or maybe I have seen it a few times in there. The guy Wade criticized Bobby. Let's see. How come he give people a heads up about the stiff joints on his figure? And Bobby said it, if he had followed his updates, he would have known about it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was kind of weird. Marcus G. LeMayo, fancy mayo. No, do not summon Plastiotic though here. Yeah, no, that is kind of a bizarre thing. Like, yeah, I don't. He should not be blaming his customers or his fans because they didn't keep up with his updates. Like, dude, I don't know if you know how Instagram works. There's these things called algorithms, and you don't always catch those. Like, I was mad that I didn't see. Was it Dwight when he was posting The Engine of Vengeance. I was like, where are people seeing this photo at? And I was like, oh, Dwight posted it. But like, Dwight didn't get mad at me for not keeping updated. So yeah, he shouldn't be blaming him for not keeping up with the updates. Like the algorithms got a lot to play in that part. Your boys got to his per my previous email. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Bobby Ballard, man. You know what? I just sent one of my people to some customer service. Um, what were they called? Some customer service trainings, and I think I'm gonna send them to Bobby. I'm like, hey man, do you have LinkedIn Learning? I think you could, I think you could grow from this incident. But yeah, no, I made one of my people complete like 8 hours of community customer service training. That's all he needs, some customer service training. Mark C says, I'm sorry for getting mad at you for not being updated, Sonny. You can't get mad at me for not keeping up with my own live stream, dude. I can't be doing that. For one, I'm playing with Ned over here. Ned. Under this mask is Carlos Mencia. I need to figure out a way to get in the MCU so that Dwight, Ryan, and Dan are forced to make a figure of me. And when I say forced to make a figure of me, I mean forced to introduce the world to the figure of me that Hasbro, other people created behind the scenes. One day we'll be there. Oh, you know what? How big is this head? Doombot 9000 says 8 hours. Yeah, it was just only 8 hours. I could have went for more, but I was like, I don't want to overdo it, and then that person's like, I didn't learn anything after all. So I want to make sure that it wasn't too much, but not too little. Mark Z says, so you want me to be disappointed with you? I mean, it's only right. People tend to be disappointed with me. Sonny, audition to be Armadillo, or it'll go to Noel Guglielmi. Yeah, I know, man. That'd be so dope if I could be Armadillo. I'd be like, I'm right here from San Antonio. Not from San Antonio, but they don't know that. Okay, I think this is gonna be my new figure right here. Ooh, man. Why does Ned's head fit pretty nicely on this Venom body? He's like Nednum? Nedum? Nedum? I'm not sure what you would call him. Where's the other Venom? Your boys got toys says, did you pre-order Jada Street Fighter figures? You know what? As much as I don't like the way Fei Long looks, I think I'm gonna have to chance it because they're so affordable that it's it's affordable enough to chance it and see what they're like. At least with the first two. Ryu looks cool. Ryu, if you want to call him appropriately. But Fei Long, I'm not convinced is going to be a nice figure. Doomba 9000 says, then you get better than Selfie Series head sculpt. Exactly. That's my goal. Vened. Oh, Vened sounds cool. Nettie Brock. I like that. I like Nettie Brock. He fits better on the animated one. On the MCU one, he just looks weird. So let's stick with the MCU version. Nettie Brock. Yeah. Oh, what was the other one? Is it Crucible Dinosaurs? Dinosaur Crucibles? The Amazing just did a review video of one of the prototypes. Is it Crucibles? Something. They're dinosaurs. And I also think there's monkeys. The Amazing. The Amazing. Constable Crucibles? I cannot think of their name. Savage Crucible. There we go. Oh wow, he has 4 reviews of prototypes for Savage Crucible. Your boy's got toys. There you go. Yeah, right. That Kickstarter just started up as well, and they hit their goal. I think in like 9 hours. I think Toy Bro had set. Speaking of Toy Bro, I got a collab with him. So not like I got to, like I'm in need of. I mean I have a collab little thing that we have going. Your boy's got toys says I don't really do sword and sorcery or military stuff. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Some stuff I pass on, like what was it I just passed on? Oh, I forgot what company made it, but it's like a samurai tiger. I was like, I don't really have use for that one. Dumanada says the pictures of the articulation of Jada Street Fighters look good. Yeah, and someone was saying, hey, what if you just pop a Bruce Lee head on that Fei Long body? And I was like, interesting. I do have that Diamond Select Bruce Lee that I never use, so that would be a good fit for him. So I might end up doing that. But other people said the Jada toys was it Wolfman? Everybody's saying they like that one, so who knows? Mark C says I like to get Phelan for customs. I think that's what he's gonna be. Uh, everybody's gonna resort to having him for customs because I don't think it looks that. I don't think the face sculpt looks good at all. Yes, there we go. Your boys got toys. Says the tiger was from Furay Planet, which I'm still waiting on that crocodile or alligator. I don't know. Joey B here? No, to correct me. I don't know which one it is. But yeah, Furay Planet makes some cool stuff. I got the Spring, not Leonardo, but they had what, a tiger, and it has something else, another one. I didn't get them though. Doom by 9000 has a really good point. Pop the hood head on Fei Long. Dude, you know what? Yeah, that would work out even better. All right, I'm convinced. Fei Long's gonna be one of the figures of the year at this point, with his potential. Yeah, potential. I was gonna say like potentiality. I don't think that's a real word though. We'll stick with potential. With his potential, he has potential to become figure of the year. Potentially. He potentially has the potential to become a potential figure of the year. Finally, got out what I wanted to say. What else? What else? I still need to well, I don't know if I'm gonna do a review for Cousin Eddie. I feel like I should. The Conan review got good amount of views for my small channel. I love when other people say, "Oh, I have a small channel. I only have 50,000 followers." I'm like, "Dang. To me, you're a big channel." Let's see. Let's see. 230 views for Conan the Conqueror. That is quite the feat and achievement. Clockwork Gorgeous says that can be an alternate Gomez body. I think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be just an alternate body. Like people are buying that for the body. They just want him for his body. Just like my high school days. Your boys got toys says they're so cheap. I'm hoping the faces are where they cut costs. Everything else looks good. Yeah, that could be. It could be. Century Productions is really dope. ACBA posts. Century Productions. I'm not sure that I follow them. Doomba says, did you discuss the new vapor from Mezco? I did not. I do like the little mustache. That one of the heads comes with the mustache. I like the little mustache. What was the other I like the suit that he's wearing too. And the pigeon is cool. I mean, it looks like a cool set. Like, I was expecting a gray figure, but the green one, it looks cool still. Clockwork Gorgeous says, I want those Mega Man toys too. Yeah, it would be cool to have a nicely articulated Mega Man figures. Your boy got toy says, I watched the whole hotel review. No TTs would a rip. I was like, do I or don't I show them? I couldn't tell which I should do. I went and played it safe because I was looking at some other stuff where they're talking about the new Facebook rules and stuff, and so you can't cuss in the first 7 seconds or consistently. So a lot of people are like, okay, no cussing at all in the streams. I don't know where action figures come in there. Like, oh, is it too much or not? So I don't want to take the risk that, Facebook's algorithm can't even tell the difference between my stand-up jokes, my stand-up sets. So I don't know if YouTube could tell the difference if it's an action figure. So they weren't there. If I had them right here, I would clearly show them to you. But I don't have them with me right here in my vicinity. Maybe next week I'll remember. I probably won't remember. I'll say that I'll remember. That'll help. Oh, where we at? Oh, it's almost 1 a.m. I'm glad we got to talk some toys. I do have to hop off because I do got to get up early tomorrow. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? What is this, first of all? Oh, okay. Let's see. VB the Chosen One says it's funny and weird how UK toy reviewers like Dan, who always we gets QC issues on his brand new figures. I mean, you're gonna get QC issues like when I finally opened up the Future Foundation Spider-Man. I don't like it. Like it looks sloppy. Like some parts of it look like a bad custom job. My Conan, the Conqueror, his bicep was almost seized up, but I got that finally going properly. Who else? What else did I have QC issues? Oh, my Nova from my Galactus pack, her legs wouldn't bend. Serpentor, one of his arms don't bend unless I put it underwater. So I mean, you're gonna get QC issues, especially if you get a lot of figures, you're bound to run into some QC issues. Mark C says, "Dang, hope y'all have a great start to your week." Dude, about 9,000. I'm still waiting on my meme joke, sir. Man, I'm gonna remember it, and I'm be like, oh man, I gotta let Doombot know about this joke that I heard that I saw on the meme the day before. I gotta remember it. I gotta remember it, and then we'll come back. VB the Chosen One says my worst Spidey figure of the year 2022 goes to the Future Foundation Spider-Man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to make y'all like him one day. My Daredevil 3-pack Bullseye didn't have a screaming head. What? That's messed up. Mark Z says, do you need to fix that Serpentor arm? Nah, I just run under hot water and I can move it for like a few hours and then it locks up again. I'm not too worried about that. Like, I'm not too mad about it being like that. And with it being such a highly sought after figure, like, I'm pretty sure they were like, ah, we don't care. Unless I tell them, hey, my homie Dan Yoon told me, and my homie Ryan Ting backed me up on this. Maybe they'll be like, oh, okay. You know Dan and Ryan. You know what? I kind of like this Spider-Man Noir head on this body instead of the one that it came with. Can y'all see that good? Man, maybe I'll have this head on there instead. And I'll be like, this was a custom from 978 Customs. I'm just joking. That dude does amazing work. Clockwork Orange says that Bullseye isn't that good anyway. I'm keeping the first issue. I didn't. Yeah, the blue on him looked weird. I know it's from a different comic book or whatever, but I didn't really like that blue on him. Mark C says like silicone shockwell. No, I think it's just. I mean, it's just tight. Like it is really tight. Like when I warm it up, you can see it's like splitting to. I'm splitting to move, but it's not too bad. Your boy got to say I sold the older Bullseye, but then bailed on a 3 pack. Oof. Ouch. Oh man, talking about uh, reissues and stuff. I saw Strife went for $20 on Mercari, the brand new one. I was like, dang, I wish I could have got that. I do want Strife. I don't want the whole 5 pack though. It's weird. I just don't like it. I don't know. Mark C says, did you hear about Spider-Man Noir spin-off series on Amazon? I did not. That'd be kind of cool. The face print also had a bit too much lipstick. I hope that when they make my figure, I hope it has a ton of lipstick. But yeah, now, you know what? Now I like this. I kind of like. I just said I didn't like this figure, and I threw this other head on it, and I'm like, I kind of like this now, exactly how I did this. Man, I might even give him a black cape. Just be like, ooh, man, what kind of Spider-Man is that? It's a black cape Spider-Man. Y'all don't know about this kind. Oh, the face. Wait, the face print also had too much lipstick. Did I read that right the first time? I might not have. I think I like this figure now. I can look past all this terrible paint. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I did not like this figure when I opened it up, and now I do all of a sudden because I put a different head on him. Sometimes that's all you do. Sometimes you need some different head. That's not lipstick. It's solidified HEB cola. Your boys got toy says I hate how Mercari shows you all the good prices you missed. You know, yeah, that does suck. That's why I was like, dang, $20. I was like, ah. I did feel bad about myself afterwards. Man, you got a good point with that. I wish they did not do that now. Let me just make sure that nobody put one up while we've been talking for $20. Lowest price, man. Come on. For sale. The lowest price one is $47 right now, and it's the old one. See, I want the new one. I want the new one for $20. I want the new one and $20. I want someone to be like, "Hey, son, you want Strife and $20?" Oh, thanks. Clockwork Orange says Jace fixed his future foundation Spidey. He did. He told me what I can't remember what he did with it, but he did tell me about that. BB the Chosen One says you should give him the comic Black Panther cape. Ah, good point. I have that one right here because I took it off my Black Panther. Oh man, let's see how this works out. Let's see if I can put this on him. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh, I gotta pop his head off. Oh man, if he was the chosen one, you might have made this figure one of my favorites now. I don't know if you intended to do that, but I think you did. So this goes right there. Okay. Oh man, it feels like I'm gonna rip it trying to get on there. Let me try one arm at a time. Made it pinless and fixed the paint. Gave him open hands. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. Savage Saint says 2 a.m. East Coast. I'm out. Have a good week. Hey man, appreciate you for tuning in. And hey, I'm gonna give y'all some members content later this week. I didn't get to this past week because of the ice stuff, but I do plan to give y'all some content later this week. So stay tuned for that. Clockwork Orange says, "Is it me or just or what? Isn't it just me? But lately a lot of Hasbro is in the Sunfire Buck is also super gummy. Yeah, no, a lot of it is. It's crazy how much is gummier. I just found a way easier way to put this cape on than when I took it off of Black Panther. Now I'm kind of upset at myself. I was like, oh, just go through the legs. I almost ripped it trying to take it off his arms. Oh man, I like this figure now. Ooh, I like that figure with that cape. Spider-Man Noir head. I'm just gonna go ahead and write a new comic book with this version of Spider-Man. Fix Paint gave him open hand. That's right, he did do that. So he was screwed up and iced out. That's why. No, yeah. No, the Sunfire Buck. Yeah, there's a lot of them on there. Who was it? Speedball. Speedball's on that. He's pretty gummy. Yeah, I don't know. That new plastic they're using, or whatever the plastic blend, they didn't put enough hardener in it, or whatever they got to do. But yeah, that kind of. I mean, they're cutting costs to give me some dividends in my Hasbro stock, so I get it. Mark C says, did all brands under Hasbro start using different factories or just the Power Ranger stuff? I heard they're using factories in Vietnam, which might be why the quality is questionable. I don't know, but that sounds very racist, Marcus C. I really want a superior Spider-Man head for the AF-15 Spidey. I like that Spider-Man so much, man. That's a cool one. But yeah, no. Trying to get more content out there. Try to get a review video here or two done during my lunch breaks this week. So stay tuned. Hopefully we get that. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm going to head out because I gotta be up in like 3 hours and 50 minutes. But yeah, shout out to everyone that came through. Savage Saint, Matt Logic 44, Weasel, Lucky Butter, he was here way earlier today. Marcus C, Clockwork Orgy, Mr. Jones, your boys got toys. Nasser popped in. Vivi's the chosen one. Who else do we have here? Toy Collector Seville was here. Ken's Toys. Um, Mark Rose also here. But yeah, thank y'all everyone for tuning in. Doom by 9,000. How did I forget you? It says LOL later everyone. Catch you on the next one. Mariah Carey, well booty, etc. etc. The Clock Order says peace, brother. Man Logic 44 says later. But as always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next time. Y'all have yourselves a great week. And like I said, I'll get more content out there for y'all this week. And for the content members, for the channel members, I'll try to get y'all. What the heck? We'll say 2 videos. I promise y'all 2 videos by Friday for the members, channel members. So be on the lookout for those. Mark C says, make sure y'all LeMayo yourselves the night away. So gross. All right, I'll see y'all later, man.